Hello everyone, welcome to the next epic adventure in the Danganronpa story. Alright, the prep for the trial. Okay, so, now, for C. Reagan, who wasn't in the previous stream, and anyone who might be lurking, I actually made notes from the entirety of Chapter 2. This is what I came up with. In fact, there's kind of a line here that you can kind of see, like there. Everything on this side of the line are essentially the truth bullets, even though I already have a list of them already. And these were just story observations that I made. And the orange arrows are pointing to kind of like, I think, the big hints. I don't know if you'd call this cheating, but I wouldn't. Just because I'm just making a note of everything that I see. So, let's begin. Alright. Are we ready? Finish preparations. Proceed to the class trial. All rise.
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial. During the class trial, you will present your argument. If you vote
this part.
correctly, then I'll punish everyone besides the...
Oh, no matter how many times I hear it, it's such a cruel rule.
Now then, let's first discuss the motive. That masterpiece of gaming, Twilight Syndrome murder case.
What? Who cares about that game?
The outcome of this trial should be determined by whether or not we find Mahiru's killer.
Nevertheless, we shouldn't ignore it. After all, that game is the motive this time.
Yeah, you're right. Then let's try discussing that first.
So glad I turned down the VGM music, because now I can actually hear the
I'm
voices.
sure everyone who's beaten the game already knows that it's based on an actual murder case.
Some of us have not beaten that game. Give us a detailed explanation.
It means Twilight Syndrome Murder Case is a non-fiction game. Additionally, some of us are characters in that game too.
Some of us are characters in a video game?
I just love this quote right now. Some of us are characters in video games? What?
So, I think it's better if we clarify who the characters in the game are first.
Characters in the game were Girl A, Girl B, Girl C, Girl D, Girl E, Girl E, and Boy F. It's Guy F, mister. And the high school girl who got killed at the beginning. By using the staff roll after clearing the game as a reference, I should be able to figure out who's who. The first character in the player was able to control Girl A. True identity of Girl A is probably Mikan. That one's obvious.
Girl A is probably Mikan Tsumiki.
Yes, you.
That timid tone. That definitely sounds like Girl A. Based on the list of names in the staff roll, I can't think of anyone else who would be Girl A.
Why am I in a video game? That's an infringement of my right to privacy. A nasty, trashy pig shit like you doesn't have any privacy rights.
Oh.
A nasty, trashy pig shit. I feel like I heard that in the game too. Huh?
One who said it was... Oh, was it? I think it was Girl C. Oh.
Damn it!
Oh, then it must have been B. I see.
Girl
I got-
B was short
I got
and
my C and my B mixed
She's
around.
Probably Hiyoko.
Short and round mouth? That's like the complete opposite of me.
Anyway, let's move on. Next is Girl C.
See, her personality was hyper energetic and unique. Yeah, it's Ibuki. I see.
Girl C is Ibuki.
Girl, see? Then I'll see you next Tuesday. Girl D.
That's obviously Mahiru. Monokuma.
Girl D is Mahiru, the victim in this case.
Yeah, that's correct. Let's skip Girl E and talk about Guy F.
Guy F. Pretty sure it's Fuyuhiko.
Aren't you Guy F, Fuyuhiko?
I was in a game? That's fun. That reminds me. Wasn't there another person whose last name was also Kuzuryu? Another person? It was one of the names on the staff roll. The names were Sumiki, Koizumi, Sayonji, Miyoda, Sato, Kuzuryu, and then another Kuzuryu.
Wait, wasn't Hiyoko written in the credits though? Instead of Sayonji? Huh.
Hold on. Why do you keep saying there were two Kuzuryus?
It's not like I'm wrong. That's how it's written on the staff roll. Since you beat the game, you probably know what this actually means, right?
To call out like that, to call me out like that. Nagate definitely someone I shouldn't mess with. Because he had an older sister, he had a little sister. Pretty sure it was little.
I can prove it with this.
Okay. I didn't actually remember that.
Guy F, Kuzuryu, mentions that he has a little sister.
Hmm? What do you mean, little sister?
This is what Guy F said in the game. It's pretty clear. There's no doubt that Guy F had a little sister. Plus, the sister actually appeared in the game. That's why the name Kuzuryu appeared twice.
By the way, what role did Guy F's little sister, the other Kuzuryu, play? You probably noticed, right?
It's the first death. High school girl who died at the beginning.
The dead high school girl who was the first victim in the game is the only person I can think of.
I mean, Sato's girl E. We don't really know who Sato is though.
Based on Guy F's tone in the game, it's clear that Girl E is not his little sister. So if the only person left is the dead high school girl, then she must be Fuyuhiko's sister.
Why do you sound so fucking happy? That's a winning personality you got there.
Winning personality? Are you praising me?
I was being sarcastic, dumbass.
Hey, you said the game is a work of non-fiction. That means Fuyuhiko's little sister is...
Yeah, I have a little sister. Something wrong with that? It's just a fucking game. Don't go mixing up some video game with reality.
It's not just a game. It's definitely based on true events. That's why it's the motive.
Don't go making shit. If she was the type to die easily, I'd have fucking killed her myself a long time ago. I mean, when I first entered Hope Speak Academy, she was mouthing off to me as usual and set me off. It happened just the other day.
About that, you're probably thinking like that because you've lost your memories.
Starting to get the feeling it might not be Fuyuhiko just because it seems like we're drawing that conclusion way too quickly.
Shut the fuck up! You be quiet!
I see. So you're never gonna accept that that game is based on true events, huh? Okay, I understand your attitude toward this class trial now.
Nagito, you seem to be doubting Fuyuhiko a lot. Do you suspect he's the killer?
A mystery that easy would make me feel sad. It wouldn't be good enough to serve as everyone's stepping stone.
Maybe it wasn't Fuyuhiko?
That's why. I'd be much happier if Fuyuhiko wasn't the killer.
Oh my goodness. Okay. I'm getting the feeling that Fuyuhiko might actually be one of the surviving students at the end.
Hey, you're starting to act weird again.
Anyway, now we've established who all the characters in the game are.
Girl A is Mikan. Girl B is Hiyoko. Girl C is Ibuki. Girl D is Mahiru. Guy F is Fuyuhiko. And the first victim in the game, that dead high school girl, is Fuyuhiko's little sister.
That's just a story in a fucking game.
If so, then Girl E is Miss Sato.
Could it be? The same Miss Sato who likes white rice?
I don't know what Sato you're talking about, but I don't think she's relevant to this case.
Maybe it's related to Gundam's last name, since they're both really plain names.
Tanaka may be an ordinary family name, but it's far better than Sato or Suzuki.
Hey, no one cares about that. Hurry up and talk about the mystery of the game.
Huh? What do you mean, mystery of the game?
My, you don't know. I heard that Girl E got killed.
What? No way! Is that true?
Getting killed is so violent, don't you know?
My, such awful times we live in. Why did this happen?
You guys are definitely friends.
So the mystery of the game is the murder of Girl E, correct?
Then let's hurry up and solve it. Let's first figure out why Girl E was killed.
I see.
The reason Girl E was killed is because she killed the first victim in the game.
Which means Girl E was killed as revenge for the dead high school girl. What do you think, Fuyuhiko? Apparently Girl E was killed to avenge your little sister. You're fucking persistent. I don't care what that game said at all. But, is that true? Girl E, she killed the first victim? In order to make that clear, we need to know more about the case involving the first victim's murder.
It's the murder that occurred in the music room. I knew it would come up, so I prepared in advance. Look, I made a map of the music room's surroundings, which was the stage of the first case.
Okay, so there's the broken vase.
I'm surprised you went to all this trouble.
Mapping is second nature to retro game fans.
She's not wrong.
Classic dungeon crawler RPGs have a first-person point of view, so mapping as you play is a basic.
We get it! Let's talk about that later so we can focus on the case.
Then, I'll start explaining. Girl A, Girl B, Girl C, and Girl D were at the entrance hall when they heard the sound of glass breaking. Immediately, they climbed the stairs to the second floor and headed to where they heard that sound. Girl E was in front of the music room on the second floor, and she confirmed that the sound came from in there. But the door to the music room was locked. So Girl D went to get the key from the office, and when the five of them were finally able to go inside, they found the victim's body, dead from a blow to the head. Because the music room's window was broken, the girls thought the killer escaped through there. The sound of breaking glass that they heard at the entrance hall seemed to confirm that. Plus, Girl E's school swimsuit was stolen, so they concluded that the escaped killer was some pervert. How does that sound?
Yep, an understandable explanation. Just as expected from the ultimate gamer who excels at clearing games.
But it wasn't a pervert, right? Wasn't the real killer Girl E?
Obviously. Girl E was waiting outside the music room for the other girls after she killed the first victim.
Did she lock the music room from the outside? Then she would have totally needed the key from the office.
Wouldn't it be locking from the inside? Or I don't know.
Which means Girl E was hiding that key. We can assume she used it to lock the music room after she left it.
Girl E was hiding the key.
But Girl D was the one who went to the office to get the key to the music room, right?
I'm sure there's more than one key to
By
the
the
door.
way, since it was never mentioned in the game, we can exclude the possibility of there being a spare key.
That's a pretty poorly run school if there's no spare key.
You can lock the music room from the inside, right? So from there, Girl E broke the window and escaped, and sprinted to the front of the music room as fast as she could before the others arrived.
She would have passed by the entrance hall where the other girls were waiting if she tried to do that.
Then, forget this!
It's not cute to see an old guy sulk.
Hey, is Girl E really the killer? We haven't reached an answer yet.
What did Girl E do after killing the girl inside the music room? Okay. Oh boy.
After she killed the first victim in the music room, what did Girl E do?
She just broke the window in the music room and escaped outside.
So how did Girl E get from outside the school to the front of the music room? To go back to the music room from outside, you need to go through the entrance hall.
Plus, at the entrance hall, the other 4 girls should have been there.
At the entrance hall, the girls heard the sound of the window shattering.
How was she able to get past those 4 and wait in front of the music room?
She probably used a hidden passageway. Twilight's hidden passageway is the world's best!
Okay, I think I know what I need to do.
After she killed the first, what did Girl E do?
She just broke the window and escaped out.
So how did Girl E
Broken
to the
vase
front of the
photo.
To go back to the you need to go through the plus the other 4 girls should have been there.
At the entrance hall, the girl heard the sound of the window shatter.
Boom.
No, that's wrong.
I actually prefer the way the text breaks in the first game. That look.
First of all, the sound the girls heard wasn't the window breaking.
If it wasn't the window, then what broke to make that sound?
A vase.
Vase? How low can you go?
After the murder, a broken vase was discovered in the classroom next to the music room.
So the sound of breaking glass that the 4 girls heard wasn't the music room's window. It was the sound of the vase breaking. Probably.
Actually, the murder was nearly finished by the time the 4 girls met in the entrance hall. Girl E killed the victim in the music room, broke the window, and went to the office to get the key. With that key, she locked the music room from the hallway, returned the key to the office, and went back to wait in front of the music room. All she had to do was break the vase in the next door classroom as the 4 girls met by the entrance hall.
To make them think the murder had just occurred and that the killer had just escaped.
So, when the 4 of them ran over after they heard the sound, Girl E acted like she had just rushed over too.
I see. Now the mystery has been solved.
Wait a minute! The mystery hasn't been solved yet! You haven't determined what the murder weapon was yet!
That is a truth.
Who cares about the murder weapon? We found out who the killer was.
Not cool! I went to all the trouble of making this death march, so you gotta stick with it to the end!
What the heck? You're so annoying.
Fine, let's figure out the weapon. If this keeps up, I'm gonna feel like, which means I'll feel disgusting.
You're the disgusting one.
The weapon is pretty unconventional. The answer was revealed in the game, though. Now then, will you guys be able to figure it out?
Was it the fish tank? Like, I mean, maybe they... Oh no, wait. Choking. So just hands. Okay, it's either the fish tank, just because, like, the fish tank just sounds logical, so it goes over the head, and, like, breaks, and that's why it's broken. Although, it would be a lot messier if that was the case. And if it's... I guess the choking... Well, choking was mentioned. What do you think the weapon is? I have no idea. Was that out of line just now? Now then, there's something I need to tell you regarding the white noise and non-stop noise. Some lines, noise are actually very durable. You won't be able to destroy them in one shot. Durable white noise will chip away every time you shoot. Durable white noise will chip away every time you shoot them with the silencer. Unless you completely destroy them, your time limit will not be replaced. Anyway, if your difficulty is set to gentle, white noise won't appear, then you get the gist right. Yep. Apparently he has a skill that can increase the power of the silencer. Gun something, I wonder who it is. Was that out of line just now? Well then, good luck and have fun. Broken fish tank killers escape route. Soul swims at broken vase photos.
A weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head?
Then she attacked her with the fish tank.
That's too big to be a weapon.
It would have made a bigger
Then the
mess.
piano. Why are you going even bigger? The investigation conducts universal chaos. It's on that big a scale too?
How about beating her with gravel instead?
If it's a weapon that was used to beat them to death, it should have had blood stains.
Was there a weapon with bloodstains on it? She beat her to death with her fists!
What do I
A
have?
weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow
Killer's
to the head?
escape route, stolen swim,
Then she attacked her with the fish tank.
That's too
broken
big
vase
to be a
photo,
weapon.
victim crime scene.
Then the piano.
Wait a minute.
Why are you going?
I want to look at the victim crime scene photo. Artificial skin music room. So that photo there, the broken skin appears to be over here. So stripping. So yeah, obviously. There's no evidence of blood on the piano.
The investigation conducts universal chaos. It's on that big a scale too?
How about beating her with gravel instead?
If it's a weapon that was used to beat them to death, it should have had blood stains.
I'm gonna try the
With
broken
bloodstains,
fish
she
tank.
beat her to death with her fists!
A weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head?
Then she attacked her with the fish tank.
Ah, crap.
That's too big to be a weapon.
Then the piano.
Why are you going even?
The investigation.
It's on that big a...
How about beating her with...
If it's a weapon that was, it should have had.
Was there a weapon with... She beat her to death with her fists!
A weapon inside the... What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head? Didn't you talk to her with the fish tank?
Dang. What I'm saying is the fish tank was broken. That's a huge connection. Also, I just noticed how on Terato's like death picture, it's got like the knife and the fork over his face. I like that.
A weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head? Didn't you talk to her with the fish tank?
Maybe it was.
That's too big to be a weapon. Then the piano. Why are you going even bit? The investigation conducts universal chaos. It's on that big a scale too.
How about beating her with gravel instead?
If it's a weapon that was used to beat, it should have had bloodstains.
Was there a weapon with bloodstains on it?
She beat her to death with her fists!
Dang. Okay.
Damn it!
You're the one that suggested it.
A weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass?
Killer's escape route.
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head? Didn't you talk to her with the fish tank?
That's too big to be a weapon.
Then the piano.
Why are you going even?
The investigation.
It's on that biggest.
How about beating her with...
If it's a weapon that was used to beat them, it should have had blood.
Was there a weapon with bloodstains on it?
She beat her to death with her fists!
A weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass?
Nope. Okay.
Damn it! A weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head? Didn't you talk to her with the fish tank?
I think this has anything to do with the broken face. Victim's crime
Then
scene.
the piano. Why are you going even bigger?
The thing is, the victim's crime scene photo doesn't really show anything. Yeah, the truth bullets I can actually check.
Investigation conducts universal chaos.
Broken vase
It's on
photo.
that big a scale too.
How about beating her with gravel instead?
That was in a different room.
If it's a weapon that was used to beat them to death,
Stolen
it
school
should have had
swimsuit.
bloodstains.
Was there a...
Wait a minute.
She beat her to death with her fists!
A weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head?
Oh, crap, I'm almost out of time.
Didn't you talk to her with the fish tank?
That's too big to be a weapon. Then the piano. Why are
There's
you going
crime
even
scene
bigger?
photo. Killer's escape
Investigation
route.
conducts universal chaos.
Stolen
It's on that
swimsuit.
big a scale too.
Broken
How
vase.
about beating her with gravel instead?
If it's a weapon that was used to beat them to death, it should have had bloodstains.
Was there a weapon with bloodstains on it?
She beat her to death with her fists!
I wish I could just view my truth bullets here. So I didn't have to like waste my timer. I'm like,
A weapon inside the music room, huh?
We will never give up.
I can't believe that happened. Broken fish tank, kills escape route, stolen school swimsuit.
A weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head? Didn't you talk to her with the fish tank?
That's too big to be a weapon. Then the piano. Why are you going even bigger? The investigation conducts universal chaos. It's on that big a scale, too?
How about beating her with gravel instead?
If it's a weapon that was used to beat them to death, it should have had blood stains.
Okay, that wasn't it.
Damn it! A weapon inside the music room, huh?
Kills escape route.
What about broken glass?
Victim's
Isn't
crime
the cause
scene
of death
photo.
a blow to the head? Didn't you talk to her with the fish tank?
That's too big to be a weapon. Then the piano. Why are you going even bigger? The investigation conducts universal chaos. It's on that biggest.
How about beating her with gravel instead?
If
No.
it's a weapon that was used to beat them to death, it should have had blood stains.
Was there a weapon with bloodstains on it? She beat her to death with her fists!
Kills escape route. I'm pretty sure she didn't beat her to death with the fists. Oh. This is hard.
A weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass?
Okay, broken glass. I mean, this sounds like the most likely. Did I already try trying to agree with using the fish tank?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head?
Didn't you talk to her?
That's too big to be a weapon. Then the piano. Why are you going the investigation? It's on that biggest.
How about beating her with gravel?
If it's a weapon that was used to beat them to death, it should have had blood stains.
Was there a weapon with bloodstains on it? She beat her to death with her fists!
A weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass?
Okay.
Damn it! A weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head? Didn't you talk to her with the fish tank?
That's too big to be a weapon. Then the piano. Why are you going even bigger? The investigation conducts universal chaos. It's on that big a scale, too?
The broken vase.
How about beating her with gravel instead?
If it's a weapon that was used to beat them to death, it should have had blood stains.
Was there a weapon with bloodstains on it? She beat her to death with her fists!
Yeah, there wasn't. I didn't think there was a weapon with blood stains on it, though. That's the thing. The only thing that had blood stains. Wait.
What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death? Didn't you talk to her?
That's too big to. Then the piano. Why are you going even big? The investigation conducted. It's on that biggest.
How about beating her with gravel instead?
If it's a weapon that was used to beat them to death, it should have had blood stains.
Okay, that's not it.
Damn it! A weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head?
Didn't you talk to her with the fish tank?
So what are my
It's
options?
too big to be a weapon. Then the piano.
Wow, I can actually kind of see them. So I've got broken vase photo, which, let's face it, it can't be this because it's not in the room. I'm pretty sure it wasn't this. Victim's crime scene photo. This isn't really helping. And there's the broken fish tank, which to me seems, well, there's the broken fish tank. There's no blood on it. Killer's escape route. Oh, you can leave the music room without passing through the entrance, so it's not hard. Yeah. Well, that's not even a thing. What else do I have? Stolen swimsuit. That wasn't even there. Wait, there's blood on the hands. I thought someone said something about choking, which seems.
Why are you going even bigger? The investigation conducts universal chaos. It's on that biggest scale.
How about beating her with gravel instead?
If it's a weapon that was used to beat them, it should have had blood.
Was there a weapon with bloodstains on it? She beat her to death with her fists!
Didn't think so.
Damn it!
This is hard.
What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head?
Didn't you talk to her with the fish tank?
That's too big to be a weapon. Then the piano.
Oh my goodness, I'm completely stumped.
The investigation conducts universal
I
chaos.
really don't know what it could
It's on
be.
that big a scale too?
How about beating her with gravel instead?
If it's a weapon that was used to beat them to death, it should have had blood stains. A weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass? A weapon inside the... What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a think you talked to her with the fish tank?
Yeah.
That's too big to be a weapon. Then the piano. Why are you going? The investigation. It's on that biggest.
How about beating her with gravel instead?
I don't even think that's. I'm not even.
A
That's
weapon
like
inside the... What
the
about broken
last.
glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to that? Think you talked to her with the fish tank?
No. Okay.
A weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass?
Isn't the
Oh. Laptop, are you okay? My laptop just started making weird noises. Yes.
Never give up.
Okay. That noise is freaking me out.
A weapon inside the... What about broken glass?
isn't the cause of death a blow to the head? Think you talked to her with the fish tank?
That's too big to be a weapon. Then the piano. Why are you going even big? The investigation conduct. It's on that biggest.
How about beating her with gravel instead?
If it's a weapon that was used, it should have had blood stains. A weapon inside the... What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death? Think you talked to her?
That's too big to be. Then the piano. Why are you going even? The investigation. It's on that biggest.
How about beating her with gravel?
If it's a weapon that was used to beat, it should have had blood stains.
Was there a weapon with bloodstains on it? She beat her to death with her fists!
Okay. The photo is not going to help
Inside the
me.
music room, huh? What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head? Think you talked to her with the fish tank?
A weapon inside the music. What about broken glass?
I'm just spitballing ideas out because
What
I'm
about broken glass?
completely
Isn't the cause
stumped.
of death a blow to... Think you talked to her with the fish tank?
That's too big to be a weapon. Then the piano. Why are you going even bigger? The investigation. It's on that biggest.
How about beating her with gravel instead?
If it's a weapon that was used to beat, it should have had blood stains.
Did I already
Weapon
try that
inside
one?
the... What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death? Think you talked to her?
That's too big to be a. Then the piano. Why are you going even? The investigation. It's on that biggest.
How about beating her with gravel instead?
If it's a weapon that was used, it should have had...
Was there a weapon with bloodstains? She beat her to death with her fists!
Okay.
A weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass?
Well, I didn't think the swimsuit was in the.
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head?
No, I'm just left with broken
You talked
fish.
to her with the fish tank.
That's too big to be a weapon. Then the piano.
I swear, if this is going to be the answer, I'm going to.
How about beating her with...
If it's a weapon that was used to beat them to death, it should have had blood stains.
Okay. Just embarrassing
A
myself
weapon
in front of
inside
the
music room.
internet.
What about broken glass?
Okay.
A weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head? Think you talked to her with the fish tank?
That's too big to be a weapon. Then the piano. Why are you going even bigger? The investigation conducts universal chaos. It's on that biggest.
Killer's escape route. Stolen. Okay, so what are my options? There's glass, fish tank. Gravel. Probably not gravel. Bloodstains, or lack of bloodstains, really. And bloodstains, well, lack of bloodstains, and fists. I don't see how it could be gravel or fists. Is that a bloodstain on the piano? Huh. I mean, broken glass seems like the most likely. But... I don't see how the broken vase could contribute to this, because it's not in the same room. The theory is correct, then the vase broke after she was dead. Did I try that one?
How about beating her with gravel?
If it's a weapon that was used to beat them to death, it should have had bloodstains.
Was there a weapon with bloodstains on it?
She beat her to death with her fists!
Appeared in the game. Is it unconventional weapon? What's unconventional? The swimsuit is unconventional. But was the swimsuit in the room though? Like, if it's unconventional, it's the stolen swimsuit. That seems like...
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head?
Then she attacked her with the fish tank.
That's too big to be a weapon. Then the piano. Why are you going even bigger?
The investigation.
It's on that biggest.
How about beating her with gravel instead?
I'm pretty sure I already tried.
It should have had bloodstains.
Was there a weapon with bloodstains on it?
She beat her to death with her fists!
A weapon inside the music room, huh?
What about broken glass?
Damn it!
Should start like writing down what combinations have I tried? Have they worked yet? This is so weird. Why is this a C? Unconventional weapon sounds like the swimsuit. Really?
A weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head?
Then she attacked her with the fish tank.
That's too big to be.
This is the third time I've run out of time in this just because I keep going over and over again. Gosh. Yes, let's retry.
We will never give up.
Love how I have infinite tries at this.
A weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head?
Didn't you talk to her with the fish tank?
That's too big to be a weapon. Then the piano. Why are you going even? The investigation conducts universal care. It's on that big a scale, too?
How about beating her with gravel instead?
If it's a weapon that was used to beat them to death, it should have had blood stains.
I think I already tried that one.
Weapon inside the music room, huh?
Wait,
What about broken glass?
this is a bit of a
Isn't the
stretch.
cause of death a blow to the head?
Didn't you talk
And
to
this
her
is
with
probably
the fish
not
tank?
going to be right, but I'm just running out of options here, so I'm just trying anything really.
How about beating her with gravel instead?
No.
A weapon inside the music room, huh?
I'm gonna write these down. Okay. Okay, let's just see. I can faintly read them. We have a pen that doesn't work. Broken vase. Victims. Photo of a crime scene. Broken fish tank. Killers escape. Stolen swimmers. Okay. And what are my options that I can shoot? So there's broken glass, fish tank. The piano wasn't one of them. Gravel. Bloodstain. And then there's this. Okay. I know that if I try to mix... Oh wait, I think I've tried all of them with victim's photo. Kills, escape, broken glass, I've tried that. I've done broken fish tank with fish tank. And broken fish tank with gravel. Done that. Done stolen swimmers and bloodstain. Okay. Whoops. No.
What about broken glass?
Yep. That didn't work.
weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head? Didn't you talk to her with the fish tank?
Okay.
Damn it!
This
A
is
weapon inside the What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a... Didn't you talk to her with the fish...
That's too big to be a weapon. Then the piano. Why are you going even? The investigation can. It's on that big a scale.
How about beating her with gravel instead?
There's no way it really is the broken vase. I'm just strapped for ideas, really.
A weapon inside the What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death... Didn't you talk to her with the fish tank?
That's too big to be. Then the piano. Why are you going even? The investigation can. It's on that big a scale.
How about beating her with gravel instead?
If it's a weapon that was used, it should have had blood stains. A weapon inside the music room. What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head?
I think I want to try the swimsuit a little bit more.
That's too big to be a weapon. Then the piano. Why are you going even big? The investigation conducts universal chaos. It's on that big a scale too?
How about beating her with gravel instead?
If it's a weapon that was used to beat them to death, it should have had blood stains.
Was there a weapon with bloodstains on it?
She beat her to death with her fists!
Okay. I'm pretty sure I've done swimsuit and fist. Like, the swimsuit
A weapon inside the music
is a...
room, huh? What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head? Didn't you talk to her with the fish tank?
Okay. Not the fish tank.
A weapon inside the What about broken glass?
There's no way that would work.
A weapon inside the music room. What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the... Didn't you talk to her with the fish tank?
That's too big to be a. Then the piano. Why are you going even? The investigation can. It's on that big a scale.
How about beating her with gravel instead?
I agree with that.
I am so done.
The killer must have used gravel to attack the victim.
Why would anyone think you're gonna kill someone with gravel?
My goodness. I got it right. And I was just throwing things out there.
You're gonna be my next hit list. Next will be the murder of Ibuki by Hajime.
Just as I thought! I'm chosen by the gods!
You're not chosen at all. And gravel is impossible. It's too small to be a weapon.
You could choke.
The gravel was put inside some sort of bag.
Oh.
Oh. If the weapon is something that appeared in the game, then so is the bag. And the only thing I can think of is the school swimsuit. If you tie the swimsuit like a bag and stuff it full of gravel, it'd make an effective weapon.
Oh. I guess that is true.
Inside the swimsuit?
Well, I did.
Even the
As soon as they
Ace Attorney
mentioned
would be
bag, I was like,
astonished by such
okay.
a fantastic idea!
But for the killer, it's an idea that kills two birds with one stone. To make people think the killer is some pervert, it makes sense for a school swimsuit to be stolen. And if that swimsuit was used to make an improvised weapon, it'd have to be disposed of later.
How about it, Monokuma? Are you satisfied now?
This happiness you feel when the mystery you create is solved. Oh,
But the real important talk begins now. Girl E had someone who can be called an accomplice. That person was actually Girl D.
Girl D. You're talking about Mahiru, right?
Huh? Mahiru is the accomplice? What is this? What does that mean?
The piece of vase that became an important clue in the music room murder. Girl D got rid of it.
The piece of vase.
And apparently the reason Girl E committed murder in the first place was to protect Girl D. Girl D was being harassed by the victim. Girl E found out and tried to stop it. And they ended up getting into an argument.
And she felt a rush of anger and ended up killing her.
But she should have had a clear murderous intent. I mean, she choked her out and then bludgeoned her to death.
She probably made her unconscious by accident. And from there, she couldn't go back. I somewhat understand that feeling.
You can? That's pretty scary.
But Girl E was also killed by someone on the 4th day, or the game's last day. I might as well ask just in case. Who do you think killed Girl E? I see.
It should have been Guy F.
A scenario where Guy F murders Girl E out of a burning, hellfire desire to avenge his murdered sister.
Hello, Angliki. Welcome to the stream.
But Guy F is... What? It's just a story in a video game, isn't it? That's all you can say. If that game is telling the truth, it'd be a huge problem for you.
If that game is telling the truth?
Hey, clear this up for me. Those of you who appeared as characters in the game, do you remember this incident?
I'm terribly sorry, but
They don't remember. That's obvious. Because their school memories were like totally stolen.
even if I don't remember, I already know. It's obvious that guy is the killer. No one would kill a nice person like Mahiru besides a piece of shit menace to society like Fuyuhiko.
I'm suspicious of you. Because although Fuyuhiko was on my #1 top suspect, Hiyoko was my number two suspect.
Girl E and Mahiru were killed by that guy.
Sure didn't talk a lot of shit. Well, I'm used to it by now.
But does Mahiru's murder have anything to do with that game? Perhaps the two are unrelated.
Again, Mahiru's death are probably related. Mahiru's death. Yeah, they are related.
Crap!
Okay. Then it's probably the metal bat.
I can prove it with this.
I can prove it with this.
I'm not sure the two events are unrelated. At the very least, the killer has definitely played the game. Proof. Mahiru, who was killed in the beach house, and Girl E, who was killed in the game, were both killed by a blow to the head with a metal bat. There's no way we can ignore that connection.
Someone must have wanted to split her head open the exact same way they avenged the first victim. Hey, why don't you confess already? You're the one who killed Mahiru, right?
You better cut that out right now! There is no way a stupid game could be the motive!
You're dumb enough to believe that stupid game, and that's why you killed her as revenge!
If you keep making up your mind like that, we're just going to go around in circles. And it's true Fuyuhiko may look suspicious, but don't you think that'd be too obvious?
What are you...
I mean, there's a possibility that it's a trap set by the true killer.
Trap? What do you mean?
The true killer played that game, and most likely found out about the relationships between the characters. That person could be using that knowledge to try to set up Fuyuhiko.
Are you saying that a completely different killer murdered Mahiru and used the game motive as their cover?
Okay, now might have been. Okay, now Hiyoko has moved to number 1 suspect. Fuyuhiko is number 2 suspect now.
Isn't that what happened, Hiyoko?
Huh?
Don't you understand? I'm saying you might be the true killer.
What is this? Like, I can only laugh. What are you even saying, you nasty toilet clogging bitch?
Okay. Ah, the footprints on the beach.
What are you saying, you four-eyed troll? Accusing me of killing Mahiru? You're so mean!
Why do you doubt Yoko?
Do you know where Hiyoko was today? She was at the beach house, the scene of the crime.
Oh, no, wait. No. That's not what I meant to do. I made a mistake.
What are you saying? Accusing me of...
Why do you doubt Yoko?
Do you know where Hiyoko was today? She was at the beach house, the scene of the crime.
But I didn't go to the beach house.
No, that's wrong.
There we go.
Wait a minute. You should have been at the beach house, Hiyoko.
Seriously, I told you I didn't.
But these footprints in the sand in front of the beach house, aren't they yours?
Here's the thing, though. If Kazooie was the third, I'm not sure if it could be Hiyoko. If Kazooie was the third to discover the body and send off the announcement, then Hiyoko would have been there earlier. Could have been the second.
I don't have such ugly footprints. They're probably Mikan's based on how ugly they are. Don't decide that based on ugliness.
They're not Hiyoko's footprints? That's strange. The footprint I collected from your room matches these footprints perfectly.
Collected? I never gave you permission to collect that, you nasty pedo!
Plus, the footprints left in the sand were facing away from the beach house. Which means, when the owner of these footprints went inside the beach house, they used a different entrance.
A different entrance? Are you talking about the door facing the road that Mahiru's body was leaning against?
Are you saying when that person went inside the beach house, the body hadn't appeared yet?
The door was still accessible when they went in, and wasn't when they left.
Which means something happened in between those two events. Isn't that right, Hiyoko?
Ah! I remember now! I remember when I went to the beach house!
So you finally decided to confess.
I'm pretty sure you guys already know this, but going for walks in the morning is my daily routine.
I've never heard of that daily routine before.
And that's when I went to the beach house. I went there on my morning walk.
I see. If you went there during your morning walk, that doesn't have anything to do with the case at all.
Don't believe her so easily, dumbass. She's obviously lying.
Huh? It's a lie?
It's amazing if those footprints would have remained so fresh throughout the entire
People
day.
who call other people liars are usually liars themselves. If you say I'm lying, prove it. Can you even prove that I'm lying? There's no way a bunch of worthless idiots like you guys would be able to do that.
No.
I did go to the beach house, but only during my morning walk.
Boom.
No, that's wrong.
Too easy.
Only during your morning walk, huh?
Didn't even have to
You
look
still
at the rest
claim
of it.
that after you take a look at this letter.
It's going to tell you in person, but I couldn't find you, so I put this in your mailbox. About what we discussed earlier. Is it okay if we change the place and time? I want you to come to the beach house on the second island at 2:30 p.m. It seems there's someone who wants to interfere with our meeting. Let's keep it a secret until then. Let's try not to see each other for a while. It would be bad if they started suspecting us for no reason. Yoko Saionji.
That letter! It's the one my hero had, right?
Breezing through hints. Not sure if I'm breezing through hints.
I see. So Hiyoko was able to arrange a meeting with Mahiru by exchanging letters with her.
What is that letter? I'm serious, I don't know.
Oh, snap! I remember now. I totally saw you.
Huh?
Me and Hajime met up at the diner around 3 p.m. to go to the beach. I saw you about 30 minutes later, so it should have been around 3:30 p.m.
I see. So if she met Mahiru at 2:30 p.m., killed her, then ran away afterward, I think 3:30 p.m. is a reasonable time for you to have witnessed Hiyoko.
You're wrong! You're totally wrong!
Now that you mention it, you also passed by the diner Fuyuhiko, so you should have seen Hiyoko too, right? No, I didn't. It's just a coincidence that I passed by the diner. I wasn't even paying attention to the beach house. I went straight back to my cottage after I saw you guys. I didn't see anyone during that time.
For some reason, that sounds suspicious too.
It's the truth. Deal with it.
Just leave him alone. It'd be a waste of time to question him any further. Anyway, that letter in Kazuichi's testimony says it all. You were meeting up with Mahiru at the beach house.
Seriously, I don't know. I didn't even write that letter. I'm telling the truth. I really don't know.
Is she really crying? Or is she faking it?
She's probably faking it.
You can assume she summoned Mahiru with the intention of killing her all along. That's why she wrote a letter to let her know where to meet, so the others wouldn't find out.
I'm just wondering because like you could wonder if you could compare the handwriting in that letter to the one in the other one,
And then you
envelope.
went ahead to the beach house, hid yourself in a specific place, and waited for Mahiru. There's evidence for that too.
Hiyoko is hiding it. It's probably that place.
The place where Hiyoko was hiding. Are you talking about the closet?
Like, I'm just wondering if I'm just wondering if that was the same handwriting as what was clearly the letter from Fuyuhiko.
Yes, that's right. The gummy candy we found on the floor is the evidence. Hiyoko, your favorite candy is gummies, correct?
What's a gummy? I've never eaten something like that before.
I have captured the true character of this mystery. Hiyoko, who summoned Mahiru to the beach house, hid inside the closet like a familiar. When she saw her chance, she attacked her like an evil spirit and left the beach house like a swift wind.
But Hiyoko miscalculated that Mahiru's body would be blocking the door at that time.
No.
Because
No.
she was only able to leave from the beachside door and ended up leaving her footprints.
No.
We have presented the proof. My 4 dark devas of destruction didn't even need to come out.
No. No.
It's a trap. This is obviously someone's trap.
No.
Whose trap is it?
No. No.
It must be that one person. You know, the one with the mask, maybe? The one right? Whoever was wearing that could be the real killer.
You're the one who wore that mask and killed Mahiru, right?
There's no way I'd wear such a childish mask. Is your brain fried or something?
You're the one who looks the most like it. Just saying.
That is right. It cannot be Hyoko. That mask belongs to Sparkling Justice.
Huh? Sparkling what now?
That mask says it all. Sparkling Justice is hiding on this island. Which means the legendary serial killer Sparkling Justice is the one who killed Mahiru.
Why, you? If you continue to say such foolish things, I shall tear you limb from limb.
Don't blame Miss Sonia. It's just a difference between cultures. Culture shock, you know?
Yoko, why don't you just admit it already? You're being unreasonably stubborn.
It's all in your heads. Oh, why can't you understand? I'm not the killer.
It's true that Hyoko is suspicious. Something strange. Something doesn't make sense. No, because it's the blood stains. The blood stain, the movement of the blood stains. No, trash can.
I shall render my verdict upon this mystery's conclusion. Hyoko is the sinner who killed Mahiru.
I'm telling you, it's a trap.
There's no doubt. You went to the beach house, right?
Guys.
And weren't you also hiding in the closet? So that's when you dropped the gummy. You waited for your chance to kill Mahiru. And afterward, you fled from the beach house.
At the time, the door facing the road was blocked by the body. So you were forced to flee from the beachside entrance.
And that's how you left your footprints.
This isn't true. Wait, I need to go over my... Okay, gummy bag, footprints, trash can, yellow gun, kills escape route. Yeah, I think it's the killer's escape route. If anything.
Hyoko is the sinner who killed Mahiru.
I'm telling you, it's a trap.
There's no doubt. You went to the beach house, right?
Guys.
And weren't you also hiding in the closet? So that's when you dropped the gummy. You waited for your chance to kill Mahiru. And afterward, you fled from the beach house.
At the time, the door facing the road was blocked by the body. So you were forced to flee from the beachside.
And that's how you left your footprints.
I don't know which one to attack though.
Hyoko is the sinner who killed Mahiru.
I'm telling you, it's a trap.
There's no doubt. You went to the beach house, right?
Guys.
And weren't you also hiding in the closet? So that's when you dropped the gummy. You waited for your chance to kill Mahiru. And afterward, you fled from the beach house.
At the time, the door facing the road was blocked by the body. So you were forced to flee from the beachside entrance.
And that's how you left your footprints.
Like, okay, so like, I know... I'm pretty sure... Look,
Shall render my verdict upon this mystery's conclusion.
Wait. Okay. I'm not sure if there are multiple answers, but I know why this is inconsistent. But I don't seem to be having the option to point it out. Like, I'm saying it's inconsistent because it's obvious to me that Mahiru's body was intentionally moved into that position of blocking the door. But, well, because it's been confirmed that the fatal blow killed her immediately, and then there was the bloodstain movements, which means like, so they thought it was like, oh, maybe she moved, but apparently it killed her instantly. One hit killed her instantly. So that means her body had to have been moved by someone else. And if that was the case, then there's no way Hiyoko would intentionally move her up there, blocking the escape route that's not the sand. The next thing is using the actual killer's escape route, which was the bars. But I don't seem to have the opportunity. There doesn't seem to be anything that's helping me. It's either trash can or killer's escape route.
Hiyoko is the sinner who killed Mahiru.
I'm telling you, it's a trap!
No.
There's no doubt. You went to the beach house, right?
And weren't you also hiding in the... So that's when you dropped the gummy.
No, that's not it. Oh, gosh, I have to deal with this. Blah, 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 blah. I've already lost 3 times already.
We will never give up.
Alright, there we go. Yes. Killer's escape route.
I shall render my verdict upon Hiyoko is the sinner who killed Mahiru.
Can I shoot that?
Telling you, it's a trap!
There's no doubt. You went to the beach house,
The
right?
trap?
And weren't you also hiding... So that's when you dropped the gummy. You
Dropping
waited
the
for your
gummy?
chance to kill and afterward, you fled from...
At the time, the door facing them was blocked by the body.
Well, no, that's not true. Well, that is true. The door is blocked by the body.
I shall render my verdict. Hiyoko is the...
There's a trap?
You went to the beach house.
And weren't you also...
That's
So
true.
that's when you dropped the gun. You waited for your chance to kill and afterward, you fled from the...
At the time, the door facing the room was blocked by the body. So you were forced to flee from the...
And that's how you left your footprints.
Okay. Yeah, they are Hiyoko's footprints. But that's not the point. Trash can, yellow gummy, killer's escape route, gummy bag, footprints in the sand. Footprints on the sand. Gummy bag, killer's escape. Says trash can. In fact, I'm gonna try.
Hiyoko is the sinner who killed Mahiru.
I'm telling you, it's a trap!
There's no doubt. You went to the beach house, right?
Guys,
And weren't you also hiding in the closet? So that's when you dropped the gummy.
No, that's not what I wanted.
I
Trash
shall
can.
render my verdict upon this mystery's conclusion.
So wait, I've got trap? Wait. I have to write this down. There's trap. I have to keep going.
Hiyoko is the sinner who killed Mahiru.
I'm telling you, it's a trap!
There's no doubt. You went to the beach house, right?
Guys,
And weren't you also hiding in the closet? so that's when you dropped the gummy.
You waited for your chance to kill Mahiru.
And afterward, you fled from the beach house.
At the time, the door facing the road was blocked by the body. So you were forced to flee from the beachside entrance.
And that's how you left your footprints.
Is it a trap though? Dropped gummy. Blocked door. Well, see, blocked door and footprints, they're true. Like you can't refute them. Dropped gummy. Trapped. Trapdoor. Like, it's either trap or dropped gummy. I'm gonna go with dropped gummy for now.
I shall render my verdict upon this mystery's conclusion. Hiyoko is the sinner who killed Mahiru!
I'm telling you, it's a trap!
There's no doubt. You went to the beach house, right?
And weren't you also hiding? So that's when you dropped the gummy.
No, that's wrong.
Wow, what the hell, man? You shut the words right out of my mouth.
About that gummy, did Hiyoko really drop it?
Okay.
The only one childish enough to eat gummies is that midget over there.
You're a midget too, you know. You're the one who worries about never getting taller.
It's true Hiyoko likes to eat gummies, but she only eats a specific brand.
The brand of gummies you eat only have strawberry, melon, grape, and orange flavors, right?
Huh? But what about the lemon flavor? The gummy at the crunch was yellow, so it obviously looked like it was lemon flavored. Huh? That gummy is yellow? And it's not mine! The ones I eat don't have any yellow gummies!
What?
That's right. None of the gummy bags in her cottage had any yellow ones.
Huh.
Then we can't assume Hiyoko is the one who dropped that yellow gummy.
Why couldn't they go for the more simpler answer rather than just going into this rubbish? Oh.
See? Didn't I tell you? It's definitely a trap! Damn it! Who would set a trap like this? I'll get my revenge. I'm gonna bop you on the head with all my might.
Hold on, you little bitch. You think you're in the clear just because of a little gummy? Don't be stupid. I'm not done backing you into a corner yet.
Oh boy. Footprints on the beach. Iron-barred windows.
We're not done with Hiyoko yet. There's still a huge piece of evidence left.
You're talking about the footprints near the beach house, right?
It's true, that's an important piece of evidence. And we can thank Mahiru for it!
What does that mean? Mahiru used her last ounce of strength and blocked the door to the road. Thanks to her, we have the evidence we need.
That's wrong. I left those footprints during my morning walk.
We're not done with Hiyoko. There's still a huge piece of evidence.
You're talking about the footprints
Whoops.
near the beach.
It's true, that's an important... And we can thank
What does that mean? Mahiru used her last ounce of strength and...
No, that's wrong.
It's raw.
Mahiru didn't block the door. Her death was instant.
Instant death?
According to my autopsy, yes, there's no doubt that Mahiru died instantly.
If you keep making shit up. Oh, fuck!
I'm sorry.
Ryuhiko, you cannot do that. Only a coward threatens women.
Oh ho ho ho.
I'm pretty sure sure her death was instant, too. I mean, her injury was only a single blow. That's why Mahiru isn't the one who blocked the door. Someone else used her body to block it.
Someone else?
The killer, of course. They're the one who blocked the door with Mahiru's body. That's why there were bloody drag marks left on the floor.
But why did the killer block the door?
Just ask Hiyoko. She's the killer after all.
Seriously, that's not true!
Let's assume Hiyoko is the killer. Wouldn't that mean she's also the one who dragged the body? If she handled a body that bloody, I think her clothes or skin would have been stained with blood.
Huh? But when I saw her, she was clean.
See? I told you I wasn't the killer! Yay! With this, my innocence has been proven!
I won't let you look down on me.
Oh ho 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 ho.
We haven't decided that yet.
Hey, Fuyuhiko. Why do you keep insisting that Hiyoko is the killer?
Shut up! I'm telling you, she's the killer! That little bitch is definitely the killer!
Alright. Depends on the shower room. Yes. Here we go.
Mahiru didn't block the door. Then Hiyoko did it. She killed Mahiru and blocked the door with her. Hiyoko is the only killer I can think of.
Alright.
If Hiyoko moved the body, then she should be covered in blood.
So what, dumbass? There's a shower room inside the beach. After she moved the body, she just washed it off in the shower. Allow me to cut
I
through
could
those-
see that one coming. The shower does not work.
Now, washing it off in the shower is impossible because the shower in the beach house was out of order.
Out of order?
Yes.
I'm terribly sorry. I haven't had any time to actually repair it.
Then maybe she took her clothes off to move the body, and when she was done, she put them back on.
Are you saying I did something that perverted?
Can I go to all of her clothes before committing the murder? No. That should be impossible.
Damn it!
I wish I knew the answer to this one.
I see.
Listen to me, Fuyuhiko. Hiyoko mentioned this before.
Oh.
Which means
I wish I
Hiyoko
took a
can't
note of
change
that.
herself. It's impossible for her to put on and take off her clothes.
What?
Oh yeah, she couldn't even tie her sash on her own. That's why she couldn't take a bath and smelled bad.
I didn't smell. It only smelled a little.
Yeah, I do remember that part. I just didn't make that connection. But now I do. Yeah.
Oh, wasn't changing inside the beach house prohibited in the first place?
Yes, if you broke the rules, I'm pretty sure Monokuma wouldn't have kept quiet.
Damn right! I'm such a stickler for the rules that even safari park rangers want nothing to do with me.
If she didn't change her clothes, then what did Hiyoko do with the blood that got on her?
Like I've been saying, the blood wasn't on me in the first place, because I never touched Mahiro's body.
Hey, if you think about it the other way around, does that mean whoever was covered in blood is suspicious?
Oh.
Because if so, I believe Akane was soaked with blood when we all met up to go to the beach.
Didn't I tell you that was because I got beat up by Coach Nekomaru?
I can attest to that. If I hadn't gotten that rough with her, she never would have backed down.
Doubting me of all people. You got some nerve. All right, I'll bend your body in half so you're stuck in a bowing position for the rest of your life. That actually sounds pretty cool.
Hell it does.
Hey, more importantly, I'm okay now, right? It's okay that I'm not the killer?
Yeah, seems like it.
See?
Yeah, I don't think she
told
is.
you. There's no way I'd kill Mahiru, because Mahiru taught me how to wear a kimono, and she was very, very kind. There's no way I would kill a nice person like her. Why wouldn't you believe me earlier? You guys are stupid! Stupid, stupid, stupid! Hyoko, please don't cry. Everything is fine now, right? Shut the hell up, pig Bart. I hope you get a hangnail and die. I'm sorry for being pig Bart.
Hey, Hyoko. Now that our suspicions have been addressed, can you tell us the truth?
Huh?
Even though you're not the killer, you still went to the beach house, right?
Like I said, it was a trap.
Yeah.
Saw her coming out of it.
So, can you give us the details about that trap?
I would like to know too. It might lead to some kind of clue.
Fine. You want me to talk, huh? Earlier this morning, Mahiru was the one who came up to me. She asked if we could meet up later.
Huh? But didn't you say earlier? Damn it! So that was a lie?
'Cause I thought it'd be doubted if I admitted it. So I figured it was better not to say anything.
So, what was your answer to Mahiru's invitation?
I told her it was fine. I mean, I didn't have a reason to say no. Unlike everyone else here, Mahiru was someone I wasn't embarrassed to be seen with.
You always have to say something snide.
At the time, we were supposed to meet around 2 p.m., but around noon, there was a letter inside my mailbox.
A letter?
Yeah, this one.
Seems someone wants to... Oh. We change places. Reach us on the second island. The time still the same at 2 p.m. Oh, so it's the same letter. So someone tried to intentionally undo their arrangements. He said you all.
I saw this letter and went to the beach house at that time.
Well, here.
I can prove it with this. This letter. Doesn't it look like its contents are different from the letter Mahiru had?
About what we discussed earlier, is it okay if we change the place and time? I want you to come to the beach house on the second island at 2:30 p.m.
Mahiru's letter said to meet at 2:30 p.m. But in Hyoko's letter...
Whoa! The meeting times are off.
It's also strange that both letters wanted to change their meeting spot to the beach house. It would be plausible if one of them said it, but for both letters to say the same thing?
Hyoko, since you wrote it, what do you think?
Like I said, I never wrote the letter. How many times do I have to tell you?
Probably. Actually, I think both letters.
The killer must have forged both letters.
The killer forged them so they could manipulate their actions. Yeah, that's how we should think about it.
That seems very likely. In fact, if you compare both letters... Confirmed! Just as I assumed, the handwriting is the same. The content of the letters matches too.
Like this part. I was going to tell you in person, but I couldn't find you, so I put this in your mailbox. This part. It seems there's someone who wants to interfere with our meeting. And this part. Let's keep it a secret. Until then, let's try not to see each other for a while. The killer forged both of those letters.
In doing so, they were able to control Hiyoko and Mahiru to do their bidding, like a netherworld puppeteer.
Oh.
So they completely tricked me. And then Mahiru's killer. How mean! Give me back Mahiru!
Really? This is really terrible.
Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Feathers.
I've offered to help so many times. But the killer this time didn't discuss their plan with me at all. It's all my fault. I'm so ashamed of being unreliable.
Oh, please stop
Here
talking.
we go again. Once we let our guard down, this happens. We can just lightly punch him to death later.
So based on what the letter said, you went to the beach house at 2 p.m., right, Hiyoko?
Hello. Well, hello, Sprinkles. How are you? Welcome to the stream and Grasse.
What's most important is what happened afterward. What on earth happened there?
What's more important is what happened afterwards. What happened? What?
I fell asleep.
Fell asleep?
Why'd you fall asleep? It's not like I wanted to. I think I was forced to get a whiff of some kind of medicine or something.
Medicine?
That medicine. Could it be? Did they get it from the drugstore? I thought that place seemed unsafe. They even have prescription medicines laying out in the open.
If you were aware of that from the start, you should have done something about it.
Alright. You're so tired you wrote in German. I just love that. I was so tired that I wrote in German. Although I guess like if German's first language, English is second language, then yeah, that makes sense. Yep. Thank you very much, Sprinkles. You are a champion.
I'm sorry. When I woke up, I was inside a small closet.
Okay, I'm actually moving back to Fuyuhiko to being the murderer. Because if that's the case, then then like the whole sister story adds up. And then this makes sense because he said he wanted to get all of them.
And when I rushed out, I saw Mahiru's body.
Wait a minute. Let's just look at that again.
And that's why you ran out of the beach house in such a panic.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, I was referring to Grasse, but yeah. It's okay. English is my first and only language too.
I was scared. I was really, really scared. Really scared that I couldn't help, but... The killer probably planned to frame Hiyoko from the start.
Oh, what? Oh, this list is purely in the stream graphics. It's not part of the game. It's just a self put in thing. Like I did this list I did on my own. So it's any effects to this, like, I mean, but then again, like, I mean, you know this, if you know the story, then it shouldn't be a bother. And like, I've got the voice act, like I've got the dub on, so you can just hear what they're saying anyway. And like, I mean, you can tell who it is.
And for that reason, they summoned Hyoko before Mahiru, put her to sleep, and shoved her inside the closet.
So their reason for blocking the door with Mahiru's body was to make
Fair
Hyoko
enough.
leave her footprints as evidence.
So the reason. Oh.
Everything was done to frame Hyoko as the killer.
And for that reason, the killer was really freaking clever.
That's horrible! I didn't do anything wrong, and I was framed by Mahiru's killer!
Hyoko, please do not cry. We believe you.
Is it really okay to believe her so easily? She might be faking those tears.
She's not. Shut up.
If you keep being so suspicious.
Isn't that what a class trial is all about?
Yeah, okay, this guy's did it.
The only way to survive is to be suspicious. This is where we go. So if you believe in each other so easily, then there's definitely...
You're wrong, Fuyuhiko. We aren't supposed to doubt each other here. The class trial is where we cooperate with each other, work hard, and aim for victory.
Yeah, I can't move. Oh. I don't know. I can't think of any better place to put it. If I put it on the other side, it's gonna like block other things. Well, it's gonna block the chapter and time of day. I don't know. I was thinking about moving it across to the other side of the room, or the graphics. Or I might do it for the trials. I'm not sure. But I'm not gonna do that now, just be like, I do it, if I'm gonna change it, I'm gonna do it between streams.
The killer and everyone else. Two hopes attempting to grasp the one true hope. Two hopes clashing with each other is poetry in motion. That is what a class trial should be.
Seriously, which side are you on?
I'm on the side of the absolute hope that can overcome any despair.
I'm not sure.
And I believe that absolute hope exists at the point where two hopes clash.
Your stance is neither white nor black, but gray. And you do not yearn for your life, or even for victory.
Spelling gray with an A.
Jeez, I wish he'd just side with the enemy already so I can believe what he's saying!
I only saw these class trials so far. What's the gameplay? The gameplay is... Oh.
Let's stop. Believing every little thing Nagito says is a waste of time.
Thank you.
We need to figure out who Mahiru's killer is.
There should be a new clue contained in what Hyoko has told us. So, let us believe Hyoko's words and discuss it once again with everyone.
Yep. The debate proceeds when you assume you can believe each other.
It's a visual novel, so it's a lot of like clicking. It's a little bit point and click-ish. It's a small amount of point and click. You do look at things. You play it in the first-person view of the main character, who's Hajime Hinata. Except during the trials, you don't do the first-person view there. Debate proceeds when you assume you can believe each other.
Good job! That's the right way. That's the splendid power of teamwork. Hey, what do you think of that, Monokuma? I'm not gonna let you have the... He's sleeping!
Dumbasses. You bastards don't know anything. If you're stupid enough, the only thing waiting for you is the bitter truth.
Bare truth. That may be true, but even so, we can't just stand around here all day. Even if what lies ahead is a cruel ending, the only thing we can do is move forward. Because unless we reveal among us the man's true killer, no one will survive. Alright. Ah, is this the... Okay, this is the checkpoint.
Well now.
To present a call. Spoil. If you really answer the word, they'll feel despair. Can't, that's seriously a big no-no. Spoiling it right now is innovative, don't you think? The club president and I are proud to... Yeah, you can't. Everyone, please close your eyes and cover your ears.
You say Nanu in German when you're surprised.
I'll let my German viewer confirm that. I don't know what you're talking about, but somehow it feels wrong. Wrong. Sign me. Dep. Yes. Yes, let's trial. Resume!
I'm Monami, and my heart is throbbing like crazy right now. To think that the person who killed the wonderful Mahiru Koizumi is in this room. Impossible! Impossible! That's so impossible! There's no way I can believe that! Oh, I can't do anything! How annoying! But I'm just gonna believe in everyone. That's the least I can do. Everyone do your best. Don't lose to yourselves. And don't...
Save regularly.
Well, now that we've decided to believe Hyoko, now what?
If the killer was luring Hyoko into a trap, then something that was used there might be a clue.
Yeah, you do the investigations on your own. The trials, you kind of do as a team, sort of. If the killer was luring Hyoko into a trap, then something that was used there might be a clue.
Do you mean the letter?
No, it was probably the gummy.
Huh? Candy can be a clue?
Hey,
We've already used it.
when you woke up, was the gummy already there?
Now that you mention it, I feel like it wasn't.
Just as I thought.
Just as you thought?
If the killer planted evidence while Hyoko was there, she would have thrown it away if she found it.
Which means the gummy was placed inside the closet after Hyoko fled from the beach house?
The killer returned to the scene of the crime after I left?
They wouldn't have to do something that troublesome as long as they hid somewhere within the beach house.
That's impossible! There's nowhere to hide!
The bathroom? I know Kuma is Japanese for bear, and I don't know why that comment is being held for review. It's just Sprinkles saying, oh, it's Kuma is Japanese for bear. And I don't know why that is a... Oh, it's to do with... Oh, it's a stupid... Yeah, it is anime. But wait. Okay, I just wish... Oh yeah, like, it's just a thing where streamers can like set up comments that can be held for review. But the thing is, this is what's so stupid. Only the mods can clear a chat remark. The streamer can't do it. I need a mod here. I need a mod, which is dumb. Just 1 second. I'm gonna see if I can call someone over. He's not here. Alright, here we go. Ah, crap. One of my mods is busy. Alright. Getting back to the trial. That's impossible, there's nowhere to hide.
I glanced inside the shower room as I was running away, but there was nobody there.
There's only like, well, my mods would be more active, but the problem is there's only, I've got like maybe, like if you type in /mods into the chat, then you'll see like maybe 15 people, but only 3 of them can look at this trial and not be spoiled about the, and not be spoiled about the. It got held back again. I've already said it. It's just it's the word Japanese. That's what's holding it back. Because it's like, oh, it's an identity thing to do with race and religion, blah blah blah. Usually you could just clear it, but you can't clear it. You need a mod to declare it, and I can't clear it because I'm not a mod. I'm the streamer. Okay. Only mods can fix it. Okay. Yeah. Anyway. I'll, modding myself. Let's try that. Derp. I can ignore myself and whisper to myself. What I'll do is that I'll just say, Kuma is Japanese for bear. Oh. There we go. That's it. That works. I could whisper to myself. Okay.
Then, does that mean the killer came back?
Seems like it.
I wonder. At any rate, the solution to that problem is connected to what really happened. That's what I think.
A new game. Is that what you're thinking? If so, we've prepared the perfect product for you. You will dive into your own brain and logically discern the mysterious answer from several questions. It's called the Logic Dive. Ooh, sounds fun. During the Logic Dive, you will control the version of yourself created from an image within your brain. Your task is to reach the goal, the final destination of the Synapse course. You can move sideways with the mouse and accelerate with the control key. You press R, but press the right mouse button to brake, left mouse button to jump. There will be various obstacles you will encounter as you progress through the course. So make sure you're familiar with the controls so you can reach the goal. On the journey, you will take damage every time you fall into a gap or bump into walls. Also, upon reaching a certain point, there will be branching questions in the course. Oh no. The answer is split into different parts, so please proceed down the path the answer you think. Oh no, 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 you can't make me do this. It's gonna move too fast for me to take it all in. The killer tampered with the evidence after Hiyoko ran away from the beach house. When did the Japanese killer arrive and depart from the beach house? Think. If I just focus to think about it, I'm sure I will be able to find the answer. Alright, I'm going to do it. Okay. Okay. Question 1. What did the killer... When did the killer arrive at the beach house? After Hiyoko? No, after. No, actually it would have been before, if anything. I tried clicking. I'm a derp. Of course it was before. Yeah, man. Are these silly extended paths necessary? Question 2. When did the killer leave the beach house? If anything, it would have been after. Yo. Whoops. Ah! This is kind of fun. Although it's super slow. If it was a little bit faster, it'd be a little bit better. Question 3. Where was the killer hiding while Hiyoko was unconscious? Probably the beach house. Yo. Yo.
It's all coming together.
I don't know what I learned from that, but okay.
Do you think the killer might have been hiding?
You spent all that time thinking just to say something so pointless. How disappointing.
Well, hiding in the bathroom.
Just say there was nowhere to hide? Do I have to explain it in another language so you can understand?
Her personality got a hell of a lot more forceful once she stopped being a suspect.
No, there should have been a place for them to hide. A place you didn't look, Hiyoko.
Okay.
What are you saying?
I don't know how to get
Well,
these
I'm gonna make
skills.
Kai bop you on the head and shut you up for good.
I really don't want that to happen to me. I need to answer by any means. The place where the killer was hiding, the place where Hiyoko hasn't looked in. Wait a minute. Okay, fine. Okay, then they were hiding in the bathroom.
Crap. Crap.
Hide on the other side of the building. Oh, don't just give away the answers right away. I want to figure this out. Let them. I can't access I can't access the report card at this point. Oh, okay.
Crap. Crap. Crap.
Where? What?
The killer was probably hiding in the closet.
The closet? That's where I was locked up.
Yes, that's what I was
After
thinking.
you woke up, you said you rushed out of there, right? And you probably didn't look inside the closet very carefully.
But could two people even hide in such a small place? And without Hiyoko knowing?
That's why the killer made sure to arrange a hiding place.
If the killer made sure to arrange a hiding place in advance, I can only think of one place that's right. That's right, the place where the killer was hiding inside the closet was. Ah. In there. Yeah, that one was easy.
What about the surfboard case in the closet? I'm pretty sure they could have hidden in there.
Huh? Inside the surfboard case? But the shelf it was on, it was pretty messy, don't you think? Two surfboards were sitting on the top shelf. And there were surfboards that weren't even in a case. The killer probably did that on purpose to secure a hiding place. Because we haven't been on this island that long. So the closet shouldn't have been that messy, I think. Then, the killer was close to me during that time?
Yeah, they were quietly holding their breath and hiding very close to you.
It's kind of like in for a penny, in for a pound, so to speak.
Don't you mean it's always darkest under the lighthouse?
I shouldn't say things I don't understand, like, so to speak.
Anyway, the killer hid silently, and after making sure Hiyoko left, they finally left the surfboard case.
I agree with that as well.
Seriously, nobody asked what you think.
There's no way the killer would leave Hiyoko by herself if they were trying to frame her. If Hiyoko was left alone and ruined the evidence the killer had planted, it would have messed up their plan. Instead, it makes more sense to think that the killer was hiding in the beach house.
Saying whatever you want, even if you didn't ask. Alright, if you don't want to friggin' get punched, just stand still and let me punch ya! Oh, you shut up. Then, grit your teeth.
Sorry, Akane. It's not like that. Hey, Monokuma. Can I ask you about something that seems strange to me?
I believe Prince Shotoku was from the future. A man from the future is always directing the flow of history.
I'll listen to your story about men from the future some other time. As I recall, the body discovery announcement is made when 3 or more people discover a body, right?
Yeah, that's one thing I was thinking. So Hiyoko would have been first or the second, I'm not sure. And Kazui was the third. By the way, I call Kazuichi Kazui just because it sounds similar.
Is the killer also included among those 3 or more people?
That is a question that I've been wondering.
Yeah, that's true, but, something like that is basically what it's supposed to be.
You don't
Wasn't
sound very
that way in the first game.
Jeez, you're pretty annoying for noticing something like that.
I noticed it in the first game.
I know it sounds like an excuse, but the body discovery announcement isn't supposed to be used for deduction. It's intended to create a fair trial. It's supposed to let everyone know a body has been found.
So you're saying it's unfortunate that I used it for deduction? I understand your excuse, but depending on who actually found the body, it's possible that your 3 or more people rule could be deadly.
Okay, Gracie, I just saw your comment. Can you guess with me since you don't know? I mean, I don't want to deny it. I don't want to deny you, but I also don't want to, like, have someone else's guess kind of lead me on.
Well, as long as I keep things ambiguous, I can respond to situations with some flexibility.
Flexibility, huh? So what about this time? Is it 3 people including the killer or not?
Jeez, fine. You want me to say it? It doesn't include the killer this time, okay? All done.
Which means 3 people other than the killer discovered Mahiru's body.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing. I just thought it was somewhat strange. More importantly, let's get back to our original topic.
You're the one who went on a tangent.
We were just saying the killer was hiding in the surfboard case, right?
And after Hyoko ran away, the killer got to enjoy the simple life of destroying evidence.
However, before we proceed any further, there's something we have to make clear. The killer blocked the roadside door with Mahiru's body before Hyoko ran away. But what about the blood?
Now that you mention it, that mystery hasn't been solved yet.
It's going to be all right. If you guys have come this far, I'm sure you can discover that answer too. Now, let's start the argument, shall we?
Feature nonsense debates. You'll be able to use the truth flashback. If you hold down the left mouse button, the shape of the reticle. What? Will change. If you aim at a remark's weak spot and then you can listen, you'll be able to memorize it. Let's memorize and provide one. Okay. Yeah, it's just appropriating truth bullets from before. I played the first game. Gundam has a good voice. Wow, I answered that question right before you asked. Hello, John Snake. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, I did. I have played the first game, yes. I actually just said that right before you asked. So, like, in referring to how you appropriate messages, appropriate weak spots. Oh. Wait a minute, actually. Crap, there was something probably... seem to have the answer or a lie or mistake. Answer to a lie or mistake in your truth bullets. There's the weak spots. By the way, you will not be able to agree with anyone when using a truth flashback. Okay. Okay, that's just how I apply it to the truth. Shower room. Yeah, probably not. I have to appropriate something.
What did the killer do with the blood on their body?
Maybe they simply washed it off.
They couldn't use the shower, right? So washing it off would have been impossible.
They didn't have to use the shower. What about the wetsuits in the closet? Maybe they wore one when they moved the body. If they used something other than the shower...
What did they do with the bloody wetsuit?
They cut it up and floosh.
Maybe they went for a swim.
Every morning, I can declare it would definitely clog the toilet.
I think they went for a swim, maybe? And... okay, the only thing I can think of...
Maybe they were able to wash it off.
I think maybe they went for a swim in the water. Because, like, it's on the beach house. You can just dive into the ocean and then wash it off like that.
What did the killer do with the blood on their body?
Maybe they simply washed it off.
They couldn't use the shower, right? So washing it off would have been impossible.
They didn't have to use the shower. What about the wetsuits in the closet? Maybe they wore one when they moved the body. If they used something other than the shower...
What did they do with the bloody wetsuit?
They cut it up and floosh.
As someone who flushes their shit every morning, I can declare it would definitely clog the toilet.
Maybe it's the other way around? Perhaps someone other than the killer moved the body?
Maybe they were able to wash it off.
What did the killer do with the blood on their body?
Displaying your opinion on characters could actually be a potential spoiler because I can't stand his confusing ass right now. But that being said, you're not the first person who's told me that Nagato is like their favorite character because of how it comes together in the end. I guess it's no surprise to me that Nagato was gonna survive all the way to the end. Wait. Okay.
Maybe they simply washed it off.
They couldn't use the shower, right? So washing it off would have been impossible.
Yes!
No, that's wrong.
It's wrong. Ow, what the hell, man? You shot the words right out of my mouth.
If they just needed to wash off the blood, they didn't necessarily have to use the shower. They could have just as easily used something else.
Something other than the shower. Like what?
Let's see. Oh, no. Oh!
Damn it!
Okay, the drinks inside the refrigerator.
Drinks inside the refrigerator. Couldn't the killer have used those to wash off the blood?
Yup, that's exactly. Sprinkles is correct. The drinks inside the refrigerator. Couldn't the killer have used those to wash the blood off? Oh.
In theory, that's impossible.
Why?
Try to remember the refrigerator carefully, and then you will understand that there's no possible way the drinks in the refrigerator were used.
No. Trash can.
It's true there were drinks in the beach house refrigerator. However, try think one bottle too wouldn't be enough to wash off the blood.
I can't back down.
Yes.
We can't assume they used just one drink. They could have used a bunch of them to wash it off.
Didn't I say it was impossible? There were no water.
No.
Flavored drinks would come. If you use those to wash the blood would come off in your body, they will leave an aromatic smell too.
No, that's not it.
Crap!
Didn't I say it was impossible? There were no water bottles in the refrigerator.
Allow me to cut through those words.
Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the feathers.
There were water bottles inside the refrigerator.
How many times do I have to tell you? There were no water bottles in there whatsoever.
That was after the incident, right? But before the incident, there were water bottles in the fridge. And the killer took all of those water bottles and used them to wash the blood off their body.
So you're saying the water bottles were gone? Because they were all used? That's a logical fallacy.
No, it isn't.
There should have been evidence inside the trash can. Evidence like a lot of thrown away plastic water bottles. Isn't that right, Chiaki?
Ah, you're right. These bottles look like they may have been filled with water.
Well, now that you mention it, when I went to the beach house a few days ago, I feel like I drank one of those plastic water bottles.
You should have said so sooner.
Then, the plastic water bottles were used in place of the shower.
Dousing your body with lots of water bottles is such a simple and easy to understand explanation.
Hold on a sec.
It seems you've realized who the killer is.
Have I?
See? Just as I thought. Hold on. You know who the killer is?
Is that true?
Let me ask. Who might that be?
Wait. Evidence of water.
You're the only one.
Sounds like it.
Is it you?
Hey,
Then I should ask you this. Why do you believe I'm the killer?
I remember when we were all meeting up to go to the beach. Your appearance when you came to the diner.
Yeah, she was wet. And without clothes. Well, apart from like underwear or swimmers or whatever. Aren't you breathing pretty heavily? I just did a little swimming.
If the killer really did wash the blood off with water bottles, they'd have to drench their entire body. But there were no towels in the beach house, and it would have taken a while for the water to fully air dry.
Don't be like that. Grasse, this is no place to behave like that. I like to keep things PG, even though this game is obviously nowhere near PG, but nevertheless, there were no towels in the beach house, and it would take a while for it.
Well, you said you went swimming so you'd have a cover story.
Don't just stay silent. Say something. Hold on, you bastard. You saw her at the diner. You never saw her near the beach house, right? So maybe she really was swimming.
No one even saw her swimming.
No. I saw her.
Huh?
After I ran into you bastards at the diner, I crossed paths with her on my way home. So there's no doubt. She would have arrived at the diner from the opposite direction of the beach house.
Hold on. That's strange. Didn't you just say this earlier?
Someone since I pass all that and pay attention to the beach house. Oh! I'm glad you noticed that, because I didn't.
Don't try to tell me you forgot about that.
Not so fast.
So wait,
Too soon to decide she's a killer.
were Peko and
Established how the killer was able to leave the beach house.
were Peko and Fuyuhiko in
Now
cahoots?
that you mention it, you're right.
Wait, I missed that line.
The roadside door was blocked. And if it's impossible to leave from the beachside without leaving footprints, then how the fuck did the killer escape?
Why are you all fired up, Fuyuhiko? You're not the suspect. Peko is.
Who cares about that? Answer me! If you have an explanation, then show me what you got!
We might have an answer.
Do you really? This mystery seems unsolvable.
Well, if Peko is the killer, then I might just have an answer to that mystery.
I see. Then let's hear this alleged method of escaping the beach house.
First, let's establish how the killer escaped.
It was a small window in the shower room. It was obvious from the beginning.
If the roadside and beachside doors aren't an option, the only other thing I can think of is... well, nothing really. Except that small window in the shower room.
Don't you know how high that window is? There's no way Peko could have reached it.
But what if, for instance, she got help from someone?
Oh. Oh, and the person who helped her. Okay, I'm thinking that Peko and Fuyuhiko are in cahoots. One of them did the murdering. I'm guessing it might be Peko, maybe. Because of the blood. Blood washing off. And then Fuyuhiko helped her out and was the first one to see the body. And they're making Hyoko the second and Kazui the third.
She might have reached it by riding someone's shoulders, but then that person would have been left behind.
Is it possible an object was used? A rope, for instance?
And what happened to the rope after they used it? And don't say something stupid like they threw it outside.
Of course not. That would violate the school trip rule.
Yeah.
Littering is prohibited, even if it might
hide the evidence. Rules are still rules.
You see? There's no way they'd be able to escape from that window.
No, they just have to use an object. Chiaki, don't fall asleep on us! We just said they couldn't use an object! You did? I thought you were saying they couldn't dispose of an object. I see! You don't have to throw it away if you can just hide it somewhere on your body. Huh? Pekka was wearing a swimsuit, remember? Where would she even hide an object?
In her sword's sheath?
And if you say she hid it in her special place, I'll stab you in yours! No!
If the killer used an object to escape out the window, they wouldn't have been able to get rid of it. I have no idea what word I'm trying to spell. Nope. 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 It's a W. B. Okay. I honestly have no idea what I'm trying to spell out here. Ah. I wanted that O. Bambos? Ah, didn't mean to do that. Oh, bamboo. Okay. I know what the first word is. It's bamboo. Oh my gosh, that have to annoy me with this cutscene.
We will never give up.
Bamboo. No! I didn't mean to do that. There we go. Beautiful. Ah. Okay. Is it R? Okay, S. I think I got it. Bamboo sword. Wow, maybe it really was Pekko. But then why?
Pekko, you carry that bamboo sword on your back at all times, right?
I wish I knew what a bamboo sword was.
If I recall correctly, you had it then too.
Yeah.
Despite the fact that you had a swimsuit on, you were still wearing your bamboo sword.
Are you saying she used that bamboo sword to escape through the window?
Yeah. Pekko used that bamboo sword as a step stool and escaped out the window.
Sword as a step stool? You see? I knew it! I knew it was a ninja! Didn't I tell ya? A ninja could have climbed that easily.
Ninjas know a climbing trick where they lean their sword against a wall and use the handguard as a step stool.
Wow! Just like a Japanese ninja!
Dang. Bamboo stick. Yeah. Like as when I got the W, I was like, okay, yes, I know exactly where this is going.
Ninjas only exist in Japan.
Well, it is a bamboo sword, but I'm sure a slender girl like Pekko could easily use it to climb.
Well, Pekko, do you have anything to say?
Oh. Oh wait, what was that called? Fever time and nega attack. Nega time. So from this point on, you'll be able to use fever time by pressing space key during PTA. When fever time is activated, tempo will be pushed up to its max. That's not all, you won't miss during fever time either. By pressing the left mouse button when applicable, you can destroy the opponent's valuable assault. But only until your focus gauge runs out, so make the best possible use of your time. Of course, you're not the only one who can get the upper hand. There's something called nega time that your opponent can use too. If your opponent activates nega time, your tempo marker will disappear. Okay, I think this is still the same stuff as before. Alright.
Hold on a sec, you bastard! You're saying she used her sword as a step stool and went out the fucking window? Then what about the sword? It would have been left in the shower room and she wouldn't have been able to recover it, dumbass!
That's a good point.
Why do you even care?
Shut up! Just shut the fuck up and answer me! If you have an answer, then fucking give it to me! If she used the bamboo sword as a step stool, it would have been left behind!
Of course, I'd have to do one with you eventually.
Got proof, you bastard? That's obviously impossible! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Don't fuck with me! Got proof, you bastard?
Wait a minute. Final strike. Lock on and attack. Oh, okay. It's all done with the left. But then... Okay.
Shut up! Shut up! Don't fuck with me! Got proof, you bastard? That's obviously impossible! Bastard! Got proof, you bastard? I'll sell your fucking organs! You're pissing me off! You're pissing me off! Bastard! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Got proof, you bastard?
Come on. You'll sell your organs. Actually, I guess that's what people in the mafia would do.
Don't fuck with me. Got proof, you bastard? Shut up, shut up! If she used the bamboo sword as a step stool, it would have been left behind.
Wait. Bamboo sword bag. Ah!
You're pissing me off. That's obviously impossible. Bastard! Got proof, you bastard?
Okay, here we go.
She used the bamboo sword as
Bamboo
a step
sword
stool.
bag.
It would have been left. This is the end.
Ugh. Sure, that was not necessary to have to be super quick like that. I think I need to reset action difficulty to gentle, just because I think that's just best for me. If she used her bamboo sword as a step stool, she could have covered it with a sword bag.
When she leaned her sword against the wall to use as a step stool, she tied her sword back to it. And after she climbed up to the window, as long as she hauled the bag up toward her, she would have been able to recover her bamboo sword.
I see. Not just the bamboo sword, but even the sword bag too. She used them both to escape. Akane said she's like a ninja, but it's nothing as silly as that. Simply put, only Peko could have performed this feat. An escape plan befitting of the ultimate swordswoman.
Oh yeah, I understand that. Yeah, I understand that. They use Nega Time, I use Fever Time. I've understood that since the first game.
How disappointing. If you'd only let me work with you, it would have been an even greater plan. No, you just back off.
Is it true? Did you really kill Monkey?
Hold on! You're just making assumptions.
Hmm.
You don't have any proof. I won't accept this unless there's proof. Got it, you bastard?
It's fine.
Huh?
I said it's fine. Saying anything more would just be an exercise in futility.
Among flowers, the cherry blossom. Among men, the samurai. I commend your decisiveness, at least. Very well. If you admit it, this ends now. Let's cast our votes.
Agreed. Hurry up and vote.
She seems so calm about that.
Hold on. Let me confirm one thing first.
Can it wait until after the voting?
This is important, and it relates to the voting. It's about Peko's motive.
My motive?
In the end, you had no connection to the events depicted in Twilight Syndrome murder case, right? Then, why did you kill Mahiru?
So it's about that. Let's see. If I must answer that question, I must say it was for the sake of justice.
What?
Justice?
In order to protect the justice of this world.
Oh, she's the justice girl. What's her name? The serial killer.
I do not sully my hands to satisfy personal grudges. There is only one reason I kill. For the sake of protecting justice.
What are you saying?
Justice is what makes humans human. It's a virtue that human beings should be proud of. Justice is the eternal sun and the enduring moon, the protective father and the smiling mother.
Hello! Earth to Peko!
If justice ever disappeared from this world, the world would immediately freeze and people's smiles would vanish. I will not allow that.
It's fine, just stop it.
Justice must always be there to guide us, to shine bright above our heads.
I'm telling you to stop it!
So I must fight. I must continue to fight to protect justice.
This is... Could she be...
As the light of justice shines upon my mask, I expose the hearts of malevolent evil. Justice complete. The center of justice that is pierced by justice. The lead star of justice that shines in the night sky. That would be me.
Sparkling justice.
Now then, let's execute justice.
What? What the fuck?
Peko, what are you doing?
I am sparkling justice. In the name of sparkling, shining justice, I have come to deliver justice.
What's going on? What's this chill?
Peko finally snapped! Everyone, please be careful. Sparkling Justice is a serial killer who claims to be an ally of justice. Clad in her various hero masks, she is a serial killer who exclusively targets other criminals. She is supposed to be... but... huh?
An ally of justice? So that's why you're wearing a mask. This mask is the dividing line. Just like various idols, the sun is revered because it lies just beyond your grasp.
It seems to me that Pekka Pekayama has committed murder against Mahiru Koizumi, because Mahiru Koizumi was in some way responsible for the death of Fuyuhiko's sister.
Justice should also be the same.
And tried to pin it on Hiyoko.
I don't get it, but this is becoming really crazy.
What?
This is turning out to be a surprising turn of events. Hey! Now's not the time for you to be sleeping. Take a look. It's a killer.
This again?
Huh? Sleepwalking?
So what's your answer to my previous question? Why did you kill Mahiru?
This world must always be bathed in the light of justice. I must not allow even one shadow. Evil must be eliminated immediately. No matter what, I must not overlook evil.
Evil? Are you saying Mahiru is...
No. Fuyuhiko's sister was killed before the events of the game took place. But and the murder in question is a response to that one.
If you knew about that incident, then you must have played the game. Am I right?
And because of that, I was able to find the killer's accomplice hiding on this island like a sewer rat.
Then the reason you killed Mahiru was...
To protect justice, of course. In order to protect justice, I have become its merciless sword and executed justice.
Holy crap! She's such a stereotypical psychopath!
She's so gross!
Peko, is this your true identity?
My true identity? I have already forgotten who I am. It just shows my determination. My determination to protect by throwing away what's most important. I'm willing to become anybody to shower this world with justice.
I can't stand this anymore! Let's just end this farce already!
End it? He's right when you end this way. Going the end, there's no mistaking it's Pekka all
Let's
along.
go over this incident one more time and then let's end this.
Alright! closing argument. I love this part. On the morning of the incident, Mahiro met seems Hiyoko made a promise with someone. Mahiro met. Wait. What is... Okay, this one. Yep. First one to arrive at the beach house was... Next one to arrive at the beach house was... What did the killer leave next to the body? Oh. Now then, time to wash off the blood. Where should I hide? Here we go. The first one who found the body was... Hiyoko left a big piece of evidence. In the closet after Hiyoko ran away. Pardon me. In the closet after Hiyoko ran away. Wait a minute. Okay, that one's alright. So that one's not a correct panel. I guess neither would that one be, so it's gonna be that one. I sort of must do this. Hiyoko left a big piece of evidence. What? Yeah, okay. I had a feeling it might be that one. Okay. First one to arrive. Ah, there we go. Next one to arrive. The killer leave next to the body. Step 3. And time to wash off the blood. The first one who found the body was footprints in the sand. In the closet after Hiyoko ran away. Ah. Yup. The first one who found the body was... I think that was relevant. In the closet after Hiyoko ran away. It's that. Okay. So wait, then who was the second person who found the body?
The incident began this morning when Mahiru spoke to Hyoko. Mahiru most likely played Twilight Syndrome Murder Case, the video game provided to us as the motive. She probably wanted to discuss it with someone else who also appeared in the game as a character. Hyoko accepted Mahiru's invitation, and they promised to have a more detailed conversation about it later. However, someone else overheard their exchange. The killer. The killer eavesdropped on their conversation and used their promise to devise a specific murder plan. By preparing a specific item, they planned to manipulate the two's actions. That item was the letters. They sent fake letters to both Mahiru and Hyoko. The letter Mahiru received told her to come to the beach house at 2:30 p.m. And the letter Hyoko received told her to come to the beach house at exactly 2 p.m. By providing different times, the killer was able to lure them to the beach house separately. Hyoko totally trusted that letter, showed up at the beach house at 2 p.m., just like it said, and was drugged into unconsciousness by the killer lying in wait. After putting Hyoko to sleep, the killer immediately hid her inside the closet, so they could frame her as the killer later. At 2:30 p.m., Mahiru arrived at the beach house. She was completely unaware that she had been targeted for murder. Approaching her from behind, the killer struck the defenseless Mahiru with a specific weapon, the metal bat that was left at the scene of the crime. The bat was brought down onto the back of Mahiru's head. According to Mikan's autopsy, Mahiru died instantly, so she probably never knew who killed her. With that, the killer achieved their goal of killing Mahiru and began to tamper with the crime scene. They dragged Mahiru's body so that it blocked the door leading to the road. Also, the mask found at the scene of the crime was something the killer personally left. I'm not really sure why. My guess is it's something similar to a calling card. That's how the crime scene we discovered was created. However, by moving Mahiru's body, the killer got blood splatter on them. Plus, the shower room had no water because it was out of order, so they couldn't wash it off. But the killer expected something like that to happen. Instead of the shower, the killer used something else to wash the blood off their body. They used plastic water bottles that were inside the beach house refrigerator. We can assume they carried the bottles to the shower room before the sequence of events had happened. In place of showering, they washed the blood off their body with water bottles instead. However, they had no choice but to dispose of the empty bottles in the beach house's trash can. Littering is against the rules, and it would have taken too much time to throw them away somewhere else. After the killer washed off the blood, they hid in a specific spot inside the closet Hyoko was in. The killer hid inside the surfboard case that they had already emptied beforehand. After some time had passed, the sleeping drug used on Hyoko wore off, and she woke up. I can imagine how badly Hyoko must have panicked when she came out of the closet. I mean, she made plans to see Mahiru, who lay dead right in front of her. From the shock and panic of being considered a murder suspect, Hyoko fled from the beach house. Because of that, she left footprints in the sand. Everything was a trap set by the killer to frame her. After Hyoko left, the killer finally came out of the surfboard case and placed a gummy that they brought with them to shift our suspicion toward Hyoko. Ironically, placing that gummy is what helped clear our suspicion toward Hyoko. Finally, the killer began preparing to escape from the beach house. They couldn't risk leaving their footprints in the sand, so they escaped the beach house using a different route, the small window in the shower room. However, that window is rather high up and can't be reached easily, which is why the killer used the bamboo sword they always carry with them. The killer took the bamboo sword out of its bag, tied the bag to the sword's handle, and used the sword as a step stool to reach the small window while holding the sword bag in their hand. As long as they're able to reach the window, all they had to do was pull the bag to retrieve the sword. And so the killer left the beach house and appeared before us as if nothing had happened. But their wet hair and swimsuit didn't dry right away. There also weren't any towels at the beach house. So when the killer met up with us, they said they had been swimming for a while as an excuse. So how about it? This is the truth behind the incident you caused. Isn't that right, Peko Peko Yama?
I see.
So my first guess was correct. Because I just like... I noticed the whole, oh, I was swimming for 3 hours excuse. And like... my thought was that... and then all the evidence led me astray to Fuyuhiko. But my first guess was correct. My first guess was correct. I can't believe that.
And what of it?
She's like totally cool with it.
I haven't done anything to be ashamed of.
What are you saying? You killed Mahiru!
Wrong! I punished evil in the name of justice. That's no reason to condemn me.
Whatever. Let's hurry up and vote so we can freaking kill this weird, crazy bitch.
Oh.
There's no way you can kill me. Justice can never be killed. You should all know that as well.
What are you saying?
To protect what's most important to you, you must be prepared to throw away something equally important.
She sounded so similar to Jessie from Pokemon when she said to protect, and so it almost sounded like she was just going to say to protect the world from devastation.
Understand?
I don't get it. I don't get it at all.
Then I shall be direct. Justice must carry on.
Yeah.
In order to keep justice, to keep me alive, you all must give up your lives.
Are you serious?
It's not serious. It's justice. If I fall here, who will combat the evils of this world? Now, follow your hearts of justice that reside within you all, and save my life to protect justice. Hurry and carry on justice.
Give me a break! Who's gonna die for you?
If we let Peko go, we're all gonna get killed.
For the sake of grand justice, a few sacrifices are unavoidable.
Sacrifices?
Don't worry. The justice that you give your life to protect will never go to waste.
You know, when I first met her, I thought she might actually commit a murder. What I didn't think was that she would commit a murder with something that wasn't her sword.
I can't stand her anymore. Let's vote already and execute her.
However, before we do that,
Monokuma, the vote! Hurry up and let us vote already!
I'm awake!
He finally woke up.
I've heard your story. Well, I wasn't listening, but who cares? Now then, please pull the lever in front of you and cast your vote. Who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the...
Yeah, we've seen this before. Monokuma vote. And we have... drumroll. Peko Peko Yama! Yeah. So the first Black End started off as Teru Teru, and then the second one started off as Peko Peka.
can we please have a little more time?
What? No, don't start now.
Pardon me. Can we have a little bit more time? Please let us continue our discussion.
Continue our discussion? But isn't the voting over?
Yes, but I cannot help but feel strange. Something about this is definitely strange.
Huh?
Strange? What do you mean? There's no doubt that Pecco is the killer.
That is true. However,
As a serial killer enthusiast, you're wondering if Petco is really Sparkling Justice, am I right?
Hey, Miss Sonia isn't a serial killer enthusiast. She just has a little more passion about them than most.
That makes her an enthusiast.
Honestly, it felt strange to me too. I mean, there's a distinct difference between what we know about Sparkling Justice and Petco, right? You know, Sonia describes Sparkling Justice like this.
justice complete. The center of justice that is pierced by justice. The lead star of justice that shines in the night sky. That would be me. Sparkling Justice!
Catchphrase. An unknown serial killer has a catchphrase? I read it in a magazine in the library. There has only ever been one person, a journalist, who interviewed Sparkling Justice. Yeah, because she didn't say the catchphrase. Nationality.
I see. That's right. According to what Sonia said,
The article was written in their native language, so I tried to translate it.
if she had it translated, that means it wasn't written in English, right?
Dude, I'll tell you what was written in English. The Island's guidebook was written in English and you couldn't read that.
Yes, the magazine I read was written in Spanish. So, Sparkling Justice's catchphrase was no doubt written in Spanish as well. Which means the journalist and Sparkling Justice are both...
From Spain?
What?
All this time I completely misunderstood. When I first heard about those serial killers, Genocide Jack and Sparkling Justice.
Pecco, you're not Sparkling Justice. There's no way that's possible.
Or, if you insist that you're Sparkling Justice, can you try saying that catchphrase in Spanish?
Would you be able to do that?
It appears that the time has come for this mask to come off. However, that's perfectly fine. It's no longer necessary. And even if you find out now, it's too late for you all to do anything about it.
That's the same face you had before.
My duty has already been finished. My duty as a tool has already been completed in full.
Looks like she's back to normal?
That mask has fulfilled its purpose, just as I have.
What do you mean? Fulfilled its purpose? Too late? What are you getting at?
Now that you've already cast your votes, is what it means.
Hey, be clearer! We're asking you what your purpose was.
I have no purpose. I am just a mere tool.
Fuyuhiko's tool. That's what I meant.
Tool? What do you mean?
She called herself a tool, which means someone else used her then?
Fuyuhiko.
Of course. A tool cannot do anything on its own.
I see. I finally understand. Well, I did have a sneaking suspicion all along.
What do you mean?
I mean, besides Pecco and Hiyoko, someone else was also at the beach house.
Someone else?
There is proof that establishes that fact. Try to remember it.
Body discovery announcement. It was
Are you
Fuyuhiko.
talking about the body discovery announcement?
Fuyuhiko.
That's right. I mean, didn't Monokuma say so earlier?
Can you spine find you want me to say it? It doesn't include the kill this time.
That announcement is made when at least 3 people discover a body. And in this particular case, the killer, Peko, is not one of those 3. If that's the case, it would mean only Hyoko and Kazuichi discovered the body, but...
I see. That leaves us 1 person short.
Yep. Was it
So that
Fuyuhiko?
means there was one more person in the beach house.
Plus, the fact that Monokuma tried to hide that truth from us by being flexible with his own rules. That's such a vital clue that it could alter the outcome of the trial. Like an accomplice, for example.
No, that's not it.
Huh? Am I wrong?
Yes, from your basic way of thinking about it, you are wrong. Didn't I tell you? I'm just a tool. That means I'm just a simple tool to be used by that person.
Therefore, that person would have the strongest motive out of anybody else here, right?
Yo.
You're the only one! Is it Fuyuhiko?
I see. Now I finally see.
But even if it's
Whoops.
the motive, it's just...
Is there a connection between the motive and the incident?
Would you call a game like that a strong motive?
No, the events that occurred in the game should have definitely occurred in real life. Which photo do you want me to use? Wait. I'll use this one.
I can prove it with this.
Of course, it was the last one I
I
chose.
didn't think it was necessary to confirm it if it didn't have anything to do with Mahiru's murder, but there's no doubt that game is based on actual events. That much is clear if you saw the ending prize. The photos awarded for beating the game are not actual in-game screenshots. They're all actual photos, with the surrounding scenery cropped out. You knew all along, Fuyuhiko, didn't you? You knew whether or not the first victim in the game was actually your little sister, right? Because whoever beat the game first and received the ending prize.
Yeah.
It was the envelope, right? The person who received the ending prize. It was you, wasn't it?
If you were shown a photograph of your sister's dead body, you'd have no choice but to believe it. Even so, you wanted to deny the truth. That's why you sent those photos to Mahiru to confirm it.
Hey! Why are we talking about Fuyuhiko? Who cares? 'Cause Peko is the killer, right? But we already voted.
That's why I told you. You're all too late. As I said before, I exist as nothing more than a tool. I had no motive for killing Mahiru. No reason to kill. Not even the will to kill. I was simply used as a tool. As long as I am a tool, I cannot defy my orders.
Hey! What's going on? Can anyone give me a simpler explanation?
It means I'm not the killer.
What?
The true killer, who used me as their weapon to...
What?
What the hell?
I see. That's what you were aiming for all along.
No, I have no aim. But my young master does. My young master planned this from the start.
Young master?
That is the truth of this case. I'm sure you realize it by now, but it's too late. You cannot undo the vote.
That's a problem.
But that would mean that Peko counts as someone who witnessed the body as like the first person, then Hiyoko saw it, and then Kazui saw it.
If Pecco's allegation holds up, that means our vote was incorrect.
In that case, the person who gets to live is...
Just me?
That's nuts! No matter how you look at it, that's completely insane!
How would Pecco be a tool in the first place? Pecco is a legitimate human being!
That's not for you to decide. It's for Monokuma. The votes have been cast. All we can do now is wait and see what Monokuma decides.
What the hell?
Well, it's obviously going to be Peko because then you can't really progress the story if they just kill everyone. Yay.
I'm in a bind, and what a bind it is. I guess for now, let's take a quick recess. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
Although there were some twists and turns along the way, the one who killed Mahiru Koizumi is... Hold on a sec. Okay, I'll wait. Sorry, just says it. There's no reason to hesitate, no matter how you look at it. Pecco's the killer. Why? Why? Well, it's obvious. You're not a tool. You're a friggin' human being.
Well,
If I am a human, then I'm not a tool. If that's what you're saying, you're wrong.
you just don't know.
Because you don't know. You don't know that there are people who only exist to be tools. People such as myself only exist to be tools.
Hey,
What does that mean for you, Hiko? Peko and I grew up together. Are you two childhood friends then?
No.
No, it's completely different than that. Right after I was born and abandoned by my parents, the Kuzuryu clan took me in.
I'm nothing but a tool.
And that they gave me a reason to exist. I am to fulfill my duty as my young master's property.
What?
Property, you say? It means she's a hitman arranged by my clan to work directly under me.
If my young master is attacked, I must defend him as his shield. If he intends to kill, I must be his sword. That is my only reason for living.
Ah, so that's why they're in
Before
cahoots.
I am human, I am my young master's tool, first and foremost. Until this body of mine can no longer move, I shall fulfill my duty until the very end.
That is...
You were wrong. You're not a tool, Peko. Because if you are a tool, then what was all the time we spent together?
Nothing.
Nothing. I was ordered by my young master to behave just as I was ordered to interact with you all. What? Our professional relationship doesn't exist on this island. We're just fellow high school students now. Right after we arrived on this island, that is what my young master ordered me to do.
You fiend.
That is why you were hiding your relationship, you mean?
No.
It's not as if that started the moment we arrived on this island. Before that, my young master was always told to hide our relationship. My young master loathes relying on his household's power. He even hates me, the tool given to him by his household.
I am nothing but a tool.
No matter what I am told, I am nothing but a tool for killing. If my young master intends to kill, it is only natural for me to act as his tool. Then, the one who tried to kill Mahiru wasn't you. It wasn't you, it was Fuyuhiko.
Damn it.
Is what it is. When I thought I beat the game, I was suddenly given these photographs.
Damn it!
I don't understand why my sister. Why is my sister in these photos?
Don't fuck with me!
And she's covered in blood. What does it mean? Why can't I remember? How come I don't even know if my sister is dead? You tried to confirm it with Mahiru, and that's why you wanted to talk to her.
So,
Yeah, I sent her the photo because I wanted to make sure she'd respond. But she never replied back to me. Not only that, she started avoiding me too. Wait. I'm pretty sure Mahiru was confused too. I mean, we were all aware. We all were aware. Before anyone played the game, we didn't know how this incident had happened. That's why, even if I were told that we're connected to it, there's no way we could accept it. You know, when Mahiru spoke to Ibuki, she mentioned something about this. Sorry, I actually had plans to go to the beach with everyone. Wait, huh? You're not gonna go, Mahiru? If you want to talk about it there, it'd be totally fine. It's pretty important, so you know it'd be troubling to involve the others. You sound pretty serious. Serious or not, I really can't do anything about it on my own. So I wanted someone to think about it with me. But if I need to make amends, I would, but I don't even know how.
Are you serious?
It definitely sounds serious. I can cancel my beach plans for you. Yeah, it's fine. It's important that everyone gets along anyway. Just tell them I'm not feeling well. Plus, it didn't have to be today. There's always tomorrow. Oh. There's always tomorrow. Say that on the last day of your life. Oh, so depressing. She wanted to discuss how to make amends, but Hiyoko was the only one who accepted her invitation. I should have gone too. But it was rather convenient for you, wasn't it, Fuyuhiko? If you could make use of their plan to meet each other alone, you could easily lure Mahiru into a trap, right?
hey,
By calling both of them to the beach house, you were able to pin the blame on Hiyoko. Seriously? What the heck? An eye for an eye. That's the world I live in. My little sister was murdered. If the reason that happened was because of some person here, I have no choice but to kill that person on my sister's behalf, right? And so my young master thought of a plan and executed it. I wanted to use a bat as the murder weapon because in the game, that's what was used to kill Girl E. For revenge, clubbing the person to death the same way my sister was killed just seemed to make... Wait. So your sister was Girl E? So Sato was the... Then what was Sato's relevance in the case? Wait, what? Why do you use a bat for murder? I thought the sister was the first girl who died, and Girl E was this Sato girl. My sister was killed, even if it ruined my disguise. The only thing I could do to avenge my sister. So that is why you killed my hero with the bat. But still, I believed her up till the very last minute that game was just a work of fiction. But even so, that bitch. Hey, if that game is actually real, are you the one who killed Girl E?
why you?
Hey, I don't want to hear about that. The fact that your sister was killed is terrible. It's unfortunate, but
Why?
you shouldn't have killed that girl.
Shut the hell up!
Who cares about that? Just answer me. What do you know about that game?
What are you saying?
You had no right to do that. Nobody has the right to judge others for their crimes. Revenge is just wrong. I'm gonna miss her. Want to be honest? Want me to be honest? This whole time, I was acting like a coward. Even after I called over Mahiru, I was still trying to find an excuse to not go through with the plan. But after she said that to me, that all went out the window. I got really pissed off and grabbed the metal bat that I hid under the bench. But at that moment, young master called for me and made me kill Mahiru.
Huh?
Huh?
Young master, I am finished.
Yeah, so then he would have been the first one to see it. Saying that you killed because you were ordered to? A tool is not defined by its will, but by its action. I don't get this at all.
Of course.
Of course you don't understand, because humans are completely different from one another. Everyone's birthplace and upbringing is different. It's obviously impossible for them to understand each other. So everyone just pretends to understand and pretends to be understood.
Be quiet.
You're too annoying. Can you just be quiet?
Yes, indeed.
Okie dokie, I'll be quiet. Afterward, just as my young master planned, I proceeded to tamper with the scene of the crime. However, I considered the possibility of being found out. So in order to get you guys to make the wrong choice, I decided to make use of that serial killer story.
It cannot be.
You insisted that you were sparkling justice in order to make us hasten our votes. So we fell for it. We fell for her trick all along. But he said that his sister was killed by the bat. But I thought his sister was killed by the swimmers and the dirt. And girl E was killed by the bat, who was Sato. You guys have made the wrong decision. You voted me, a mere tool, as the killer, unaware that my Aston was the true killer.
Obviously wrong.
Hold on, don't act like our loss has been decided yet.
No.
No, it should be decided already. Isn't that right, Marikuma?
This is troubling.
I will admit, all this talk about Peko being a tool sounds pretty persuasive. When you approach it from various angles, it makes sense that Fuyuhiko is actually the true killer. Hold on, I'm telling you to hold on.
I see.
I see, so for Peko, Fuyuhiko himself is the true hope. It is your true hope then. On his behalf, you killed Mahiru, and now you're trying to sacrifice us so that you can protect him.
Great.
You would only go that far. He's your one and only hope.
Wrong.
Wrong. I have no hope. I am just a tool. Well, even if we ask her, she'll probably just play dumb anyway.
Now then.
So I'm going to ask someone else. Hey, Fuyuhiko, what do you think?
Huh?
About what?
Hey.
Is Peko just a tool to you? Using that tool, surviving by sacrifice, Peko and the rest of us? Is that your hope?
What?
Hold on.
Hold on. What's the use of asking something like that?
What?
You seem distressed. A mere tool doesn't panic like that, right?
Jeez.
Peko, be honest. Are you trying to protect Fuyuhiko of your own free will?
Hey.
Fuyuhiko, can you tell me the truth? The fact that she killed you on your behalf, the fact that she lied to us by acting like the killer. Are those all things you ordered her to do? Is that the truth? Fuyuhiko?
Yeah.
I know you hate our guts, but
Huh?
if you listen to Peko, we're all gonna die.
Young master.
You just have to tell me the truth. I was only following your orders just to have bleh. You just have to tell them that. Fuyuhiko? you mentioned this before, but this kind of situation, interacting with others, will just shorten your lifespan. Those idiots, Byakuya and Terutoru, are proof of that. Plus, it'd be frustrating to be held back by affection when it's my time to kill. You're still saying that? Of course, I'll sacrifice the lives of everyone here if it guarantees my survival. You don't really feel that way, right? You're not that kind of person. Because if you were, you wouldn't be hesitating like you are right now. There's no need to hesitate, young master. Please just tell them the truth. Young master, you were the one who ordered me. I just did as I was told because I am a tool. Fuyuhiko, this could be considered your ultimate choice. Regardless, either way, you still lose. You still lose, Peko, but if you insist you're the killer just as she said, you can sacrifice us and survive alone. Or would you rather reject Peko and fight alongside us against despair? Which one will be your hope? Let's hear what you have to say.
Young master, I am finished.
You. What the hell did you do?
Wait, that wasn't an order?
You already know, right? What's going to happen after you kill someone?
I did it because I know. There is no way I can let that happen to you.
Hey, Peko. Do you remember what I told you when we first arrived on this island? Our professional relationship doesn't exist on this island. We're just fellow high school students now. You need to run. Got it? Just let me take the fall so you can get away.
Young master, that is impossible.
Shut up! I'm ordering you not to worry about me.
There is no way I cannot worry about you. I am my young master's tool. A tool to protect my young master. Without an owner, the tool serves no purpose.
God damn it, we are done with that crap! Why won't you listen to what I'm saying?
Regardless, I will not flee. Besides, I'm fairly certain they'll discover the truth soon enough.
Then why did you...
I have a plan.
Huh?
Please do not worry. I promise I will keep my young master alive and return him safely home.
You idiot. What do you intend to do?
I intend to fulfill my duty as your tool. Now please, go! Hiyoko will be waking up soon. After you leave, I must block the door to the road with Mahiru's body.
Oh, okay, so that's how he got out.
Hurry!
Damn it. You better run away. Got it? Just forget about me. Forget about the Kuzuryu clan. You better escape.
So how about Fuyuhiko? Please tell me the truth.
Sorry.
Peko, I guess I couldn't go through with it after all.
Young master!
I'm a disgrace.
Because if that's actually what I have to do to survive, I just feel ashamed of myself. It'd mean I can't live without depending on something. I just feel disgusted with myself.
Peko.
And if I admit that, it means you really are just a tool to me. How many times did I tell you? I don't want a tool given to me by the Kuzuryu clan.
Young master!
My, so this is how it turned out.
Too bad.
You know, I thought it'd be more brutal and heartless. Man, how disappointing. Which means everything that happens thanks to her meddlesome actions. There's no way a human that meddlesome could ever be considered a tool.
Hey.
Monokuma, you knew all along, didn't you? You knew about what Peko and Fuyuhiko discussed.
Jeez.
Well, it's obvious now. I mean, that's why you have the surveillance cameras, and we're just having fun, huh? Man, even if it was an act of desperation, Pekka's claim was surprisingly interesting. You're actually the first to try to influence the outcome of the trial like that. Too bad. You're definitely the killer. Pekko, the tool with a heart, is the killer.
Sorry.
Pekko, I'm sorry I couldn't fulfill your request. Even though you did all that to provide me the chance to survive. But I had a feeling it would turn out like this. Huh?
Young master.
Young master, you have a kind heart despite being a Yakuza. That's why you question your position and constantly worry about it. For you to sacrifice someone else just to escape by yourself. I believed you wouldn't accept that so easily. We've been together ever since we were children. Even a tool would understand that.
What?
Then why?
Even so,
Even so,
I wanted you to escape.
I wanted you to escape. I wanted to protect you.
Pekko.
I am terribly sorry.
I will not be able to serve by your side until the very end, young master.
Bye.
Goodbye. And I'm sorry for what I've done to you all too. It may be a selfish request, but please forgive my young master.
And please do not cause a senseless killing such as this ever again.
I can't make any promises. That will do, Monokuma. Why don't you start it already?
I will never feel despair.
Just moving my feet around. Just so you know, I will never feel despair as long as I am a tool. I am fully prepared to die.
So cool!
But will you be able to maintain that composure until the very end? People who act as proud as you always shed tears of despair in the end. Now then, let's begin.
Young Master Fuyuhiko.
Please permit me to make one final selfish request.
So,
Didn't I tell you not to call me young master?
I want you to remember.
Remember who you are. The tool Pekka Yama who used to stand beside you. I would like it if you remembered that. That's it. How many times do you have to keep? I don't need any tools. You did say that. Then let's begin the punishment time brimming with despair.
jeez.
Why don't you get it yet?
Thrills, chills, kills!
This time for the ultimate swordswoman, Pekka Yama.
Why?
You stayed by my side all this time. Why don't you get it?
Now then, I prepared a very special
punishment for you.
I
I never needed a sword or a shield.
never needed a tool. So you didn't need to become a tool.
Let's give it everything
Everything we've got.
You just needed to be yourself. I never wanted a tool. I just wanted you. Only you.
Oh my gosh, he loved me. He loves her. What? Huh?
Young Master?
Why couldn't?
Why couldn't you understand? We've always been together ever since we were kids.
Let's go!
It's punishment time.
Please, Pekko. Don't go. I need you. Don't leave me.
Young Master?
He loves her.
Young master.
Here we go. Game over. Petco has been found guilty. Time for the punishment. One woman army. Wait. Wait, did both of them go down? Wait. It's gotta be. So both of them went down. So there she is. Bastard. Go. Fuyuhiko.
Such a waste.
For heaven's sake, this is just the worst. Jeez, what a waste. This conclusion, what a waste. This is why she shouldn't have, this is why she should have just discussed it with me. It was supposed to be a clash between two hopes, but it was crushed into something so unplateable.
Oh.
You're still talking about that? What's wrong with you? Aren't you pissed that two of your friends got killed?
Such despair.
I am pissed, and I even feel sad and hopeless. But still,
Isn't that right?
I'm going to be alright. This despair is worthless. Even this despair is just a ladder to a bright, shining future that awaits us. The higher the ladder, the brighter we can shine. That is the unmistakable truth. Calling me a ladder, huh? You say some pretty interesting things. In a way, your misguided thoughts of what hope should be remind me of him. Him? You mean Makoto Naegi? I don't really understand what you're saying.
Listen carefully.
Anyway, I shall make a declaration. We will definitely destroy you. Huh. The hopes of all the ultimates here will definitely completely, utterly destroy you. There won't even be a cotton left, a strand of cotton left when we're done with you. That's your future. How much longer are you planning to say such stupid things? Don't you understand? Even Fuyuhiko died, you know? Not yet. He's still alive. What?
Everyone.
Fuyuhiko is still alive.
You serious?
Serious? What? Frantically, we rushed over to Fuyuhiko's side.
He's still breathing.
Is he gonna be okay? Do something! Hey! You need to save him! Hey!
I'm trying, but his blood, he won't stop bleeding
Can't you do anything about it?
Hello, Summerfields. Welcome to the stream. Cut that language. I didn't do anything.
Damn it!
Wait, so does he actually...
You're so stupid.
Were you filled with hope that the thought of saving her... Filled with the hope that the thought of saving her yourself, that's why you ended up like that.
You stupid brother!
What are you so laid back about? You need to hurry up and save him.
I don't.
A surprise order?
What the heck?
Why do I have to burn my precious calories just to save some Yakuza scum?
That's wrong!
It's your duty to save him.
Huh?
Duty?
Hey!
Because it's written in the school trip rules. If the blackened is exposed during the only day they alone will be executed. If only the blackened gets executed, then Fuyuhiko shouldn't be allowed to be executed. Well, if I could, I would do something about it right now. But my magic stick was taken away. I'm practically powerless.
Hey!
But you should be able to do it. Jeez, I guess I have no choice.
Fine.
Well, there's no way I can violate a rule, even if it's me.
So,
Fine then, I'll save him. Really?
like,
I was actually gonna do that all along, so I've already prepared this. Oh. And then gradually grew closer.
An ambulance?
Okay, I'm just gonna go back here, go properties. I'm just gonna make this. I'm gonna make him half, like that.
just leave the rest to me, Dr. Killgood.
Dr. Killgood, you've already killed your patients!
We gotta get this patient to the Monokuma Hospital ER and get him under 24-hour observation stat. So, I'll see you later.
RJ said that the ambulance containing Monokuma and Fuyuhiko vanished from our sight. Is it really gonna be okay to leave this to Monokuma?
Damn it.
It can't be helped. It's not like there was any other way.
Perhaps.
He's gonna be fine. He's probably gonna get better and come back. See us again. Oh, if you think this is random, go play the first game first. I'll leave him as like half red for now. Because it's uncertain what's gonna happen. He's definitely gonna come back and take a lot of smack if nothing happened. Talk a lot of smack if nothing happened. Then all we can do is wait. Why do we have to wait for him? I mean, he caused Mahiru's death, you know. However, we must put that aside since Peko has already been punished. Or else we will not be able to advance forward.
Fall, my tears.
There are no second chances in life. We cannot return to what has already transpired. There is no other way. What Summerfield said. Wait, Summerfields, were you already here in the stream? I thought I saw your name already. Yeah, you followed a while ago. Anyway, there's no other way than to move forward like an arrow of light piercing through the darkness.
Damn it!
I guess things aren't as exciting if a crap stirrer like him ain't around. I didn't realize it, but I was wishing for that too. From the bottom of my heart, I really wanted him to return. Fuyuhiko! I don't want anyone else to be a sacrifice. And so the class trial ended. But we still can't see the real ending that we really want yet. When that finally arrives, what will happen to us by then? No matter where I look, no matter what possibilities I look for, I can't see our future not even a speck. And if we're in a boat floating unreliably in a vast dark sea, we were just left alone there. Only one word could explain our situation: despair. Couldn't find a more suitable word than that. Alright. How long left? It's doing the same thing again. 15 days left. I don't know how it's gonna end.
You guys can see it, right? You can see this countdown too? 4 people are already gone. We took our time preparing the hope fragments, but now we're no longer able to gather them. Honestly, I'm not so sure anymore whether it's better if we let them leave this island or if we shouldn't let them escape. For those kids, which option is hope and which is despair? But I guess there's no time to hesitate. If this countdown reaches 0, that guy will probably take over our plan's final stage as well. What lies beyond that is the foul resurrection of the ultimate despair. And the continuation of the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history.
Oh snap. Go watch like a let's play of the first game or something like that.
That cannot be allowed. We must prevent that by any means necessary. Even if we have to pay the ultimate price, I will definitely prevent it by any means. Everything is for the sake of a future filled with hope.
All right. Well. Well then. Yay. The Black Dragon Blade. Yes, I'd love to save my progress, please. Alright. Alright, everyone. We're gonna end the stream here. And we'll start chapter 3 in the next stream, which is, I don't know when. Probably next week. I'd like to thank you all so very much for watching. I'll see you later.